All right. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to today's stream. Let me just check everything is proper. Yeah, this should look good. Why is Xstream not working? Working now. Cool. I think all good. Hi, Orville. How are you doing, man? Let me just close the music. Hi, Orville. How are you doing, man? What's happening? How was your Sunday? What did you do on the Sunday, buddy? All right, we are all set, I guess. Welcome everyone to today's stream. Again, a very happy Monday to all of you. We are just starting the week, and I thought, what better way to start than coming live and talk to all of you. So, with that in mind, of course, we have a good lineup again today. We have some very important things to do that we are working on. One is, of course, we are continue working on Synclify. We have been working on it for the last 3 days, back to back. Like literally, my computer only switches off when I'm going to sleep. Apart from that, it's constantly running and developing the whole new version of it. So far, as you can see, my usage is only 44%. So Opus 5 has been really good for me. I don't know how it's working for someone else, but with all my loops and graphs and everything, my weekly usage is still at 44%. And I remember on the first day itself, almost had it like 20%. So in 3 days, I have only used 24 more percent with constantly running. So yeah, crazy. Love it. Love Opus 5. And yes, then we also have to fill our YC application. We'll do some part of it online. At least we'll do every proper form, whatever details they require on stream, and then I'll rest it up with the offline because today is the last day. Tomorrow 8 a.m. is the timeline for YC stream, a YC application we need to do. And I was thinking to apply with one of their RFS. We did a whole research and everything as well with RFS. They gave like almost 13 ideas, but eventually I decided I'm going to go with Synclify. We are going to apply to YC with Synclify. Last time we did with Pulse, we did not get selected, but this time I am very confident. If not confident, I will be happy to apply with Synclify because this has been my baby for the last 7 months. So I definitely want to apply with Synclify. We will be developing till the time they review it. We'll be changing the whole, again, the feed as well. Like this is all going to go, guys, because we are transforming it completely. So pretty excited time, pretty excited stream today. I'm pumped. Orwell says wireframing. Oh, nice man. How far are you now with the wireframes that you were making? I remember you showed it to us the other day. Like not exactly, yeah, but I mean, you told us about it. How far are you? Why don't you use RDP? What is RDP? Oh, remote desktop. Okay, remote desktop. Because I'm sleeping, so I just keep my PC switch off. So I'm like, okay, the processor will also get some time to cool down and stuff. I have used RDP once or twice, which is when I just went out and I just ran the code running. But when I'm sleeping, I cannot really surpass the permissions or give it permissions, right? So RDP won't make sense. RDP makes sense when you are at least awake, because right now it will ask me so for some permission. I can't give it unless I am like awake, right? So I don't think RDP will make sense when I'm sleeping. So yeah, that's why I'm not using RDP. All right. So yeah, let's get going. Let me update you once this gets completed. I'll show you guys what we have built so far. It's a whole new platform. Trust me, guys. Let me again show you guys the current version of it so you can actually see and compare yourself, right? You see how the dashboard looks and all of this, and this. And then we had a follow-up version to this as well. Or well, if you remember, we had that like clean version. Now we are moving even one step beyond this. And I've taken one more suggestion from you, and what I was also thinking is we are removing the violet and purple gradient altogether from our platform. Like removing as in we'll only use it at the right places, but more or less we are taking it off. We are only keeping our branding or logo as purple, but rest of the things, because this is already trademarked, but rest of the things we are moving away from purple. So it does not look like AI slop. That's the idea. All these tabs, all this confusion that you see in data, it's all going away. It's coming in a much cleaner way. I don't know if you guys, I showed you guys, this is the whole plan I made with the Fable the other day. This is called Synclify 2.0 agent first transformation plan. And I started working on it. We made this whole plan in almost like 2 3 hours to as to what I want for Synclify, what I want to change. And now this plan is being implemented at least for the last 30 hours into coding that you see over here. 30 hours, it's been 30 hours since it's running. It is quite close to getting, I think, 70% of first iteration. First iteration, I'm talking, not like proper testing and all of that will come later. But we are 70% of first iteration in this. And then we'll, of course, the plan is to complete it, then start debugging one by one, one module at a time, one page at a time, and everything, because this is completely transformed now. Now, Synclify is going to be agent first platform. We have moved one step beyond AI first platform. AI, we had a lot of features about all of this assistant where you can, generate caption, you can generate idea, you can generate content, you can generate script. All of this you were able to do. Now we are moving into agents. Agents will do on the behalf of people. Agents will do on the behalf of creators. So that's what we are moving to. I just had this epiphany on Saturday, if I'm not wrong, and since then I've been working on I'm so I get so excited to wake up every single day and work on this. Trust me, I'm hardly surviving on 5 hours of sleep last night, even less, I think 4.5 hours of sleep, and I was so pumped since the morning that I'll wake up and work on this. This is happening to me second time. First, when I got the idea for Pulse, same thing happened. And now when I got the idea of Simplify, I did not had this kind of enthusiasm inside me. I was like, okay, it will take time. And if I'll tell you the journey of Simplify, guys, it's a whole new thing. It's a whole different thing. I got the idea of Simplify back in October of 20 September of 2024. Okay. It's not like I just got this idea. This idea I got in September of 2024. And at that time, you know what I used to do? I used to code on Chat GPT, get my HTML files and stuff, then put it onto a VS Code and then like kind of build it. That's how I started building this. Okay. And I realized I don't think I'll be able to build this because at that time I had less bandwidth. Also, I had to focus on my other businesses. So I hired one developer. Initially, he was developing manually because he was not very aware of AI. When I was not aware of AI coding and all, so I just told him like you can use ChatGPT for functions, APIs, and stuff, and that's what he was used to do. In January of 2025, I remember I hired another developer because I was like, now I want to speed this up with manual coding. It's going very slow. It's not working out. We need another developer. So we hired another developer. So we had two developers. And uh, after January, yeah, I hired them and they worked for 6 months, like till June of 2025. Okay. And they worked on it relentlessly. They did a lot of work. But the platform at that time, if I'll show you, you will die laughing. Okay. I'm not blaming them. They did their best part. But I think the kind of planning, the manual expertise we had was of this level only because I was not hiring like the lead developers. I had like 2 3 years of experience of developers. So they did a decent job from their end, but it was bad. It was genuinely bad, guys. I can't even tell you how bad it was. I don't know if I even have it hosted somewhere. Otherwise, I would have showed you guys. Yeah, no, unfortunately not. I don't have it anywhere. Sorry. Yeah, it was so bad, to be honest. I still maybe have some sort of information about it. If I'll find it, I'll show you. But it used to look so bad. From there, and then like I was like, cool. One developer left for some other job, and for the other, I was like, "Ki, bro, this is not working out and stuff." And we couldn't work. Like I gave him a notice and stuff. And then I was like, this is the end of my Synclify dream. And then in November of 2025, I was like, I'm an engineer and I can build this. And I started building it myself. At that time, Google just announced anti-gravity. I was probably among the first 100 users of anti-gravity, let me tell you. That's why I'm still so loyal with it. But I was like, Google just announced anti-gravity. And at that time, there was Gemini 3 Pro and Opus 4.4. Yes, there were these two. And I just started working. I was like, cool, I'll build it. And then I got so many ideas. Then I can do this, I can do that. I streamlined everything. And this is when I built this, what you see over. This is what I built. It took me 1.5 months, the whole of half of November, whole of December. And then I could build all of them. So this is 1.5 months of. And then I started a little bit of marketing and stuff, but I had some other priorities and stuff, so I just gave up on it. And in my mind, I made this up that I won't be able to make this platform. I won't be able to make money out of this platform. While there were about 10, 12 users, by the way, right? I made an iOS app as well. It's still live and all of that. But I somehow just got demotivated that this has no future further and I'll give up on it, and all of that happened. And suddenly, one day after I built Pulse, I was like, now AI has gone to like beyond thinking. It's so high up in the level. The vibe coding has improved so much. Why don't I just look back at Synclify? The biggest issue is it's a little complex platform which I'm unable to tell users about. So we started working on it again. But I just gave up. I thought I'll just do some other idea. I was focusing on Pulse. I got busy with Pulse. And 2 weeks, 1 week back, I was like, no, I have Opus, I have Fable. Let me just redesign the whole platform. So we started with, of course, the redesigning of the landing page. And I was like, cool, this looks great, better than before. Of course, everything is looking nice. Let's start redesigning the main platform. And that's what you saw 3 days back. What I showed you, very clean design, removed most of the things, looking good. And day before yesterday, and at that time it was AI first platform with analytics, insights, content, everything. And 3 days back I got this epiphany out of nowhere that I want to make this agent first. I got this idea from Pulse, and I was just thinking on a few other things, and I was like, I want to make it agent first. And that's what we are building now. We are building a complete agent first platform for everything we have been doing. So it will be super easy to use, super nice for everyone to, just use it and see, and basically use it for their practical. So this is the story of Synclify. It's not a journey of 1 month, 2 months. It's a journey of over now almost 2 years. And I feel bad also about it. But looking back at it, I feel proud that I'm now building it myself with some great idea. And I genuinely would like to say to everyone, don't give up on your ideas. Don't give up on your work. If you really think you have something solid, try to find a way to figure things out. And eventually you will. It took me 2 years to finally figure it out. And now I can say I figured it out. It's not like I'm gonna say it again, because right now agentic based platforms are the best, and that's what I am. If AGI comes in or something comes in, I don't know what. But I know now I have the best platform possible. I'm building the best platform, and that's what I want. Yeah, so that was the story. Sorry, guys, I took a lot of time. Or we'll say Synclify logo story. Okay, Synclify logo. Okay, so I remember this is back again in October of 2024 when I hired a new graphic designer, okay, for my company, Wizarding Media, which I've showed you to you guys the other day. Okay, and if anyone is new. So this Wizarding Media, this is my main company. This is how I work basically. This is my primary work. So for this company, I hired a graphic designer, and he was good. He was really good, and he was good with logo designing and stuff as well. So since I was just starting Synclify, I told him, "Cool, just go ahead, buddy. This is my idea. This is everything I'm thinking about. Let's start it." So he's like, "Cool. Let me think of logos and stuff." So he sent me a few things, and I'll show you the first Figma also he created, by the way. See, this is the Figma he made. You will guys will be shocked how complex this platform is. Just imagine this kind of a platform. We built the Figma of our users, creator, brand, and agency, and how each of the features are interlinked, how each feature is linked to another one. And I literally sat with him and made all of this that you see over. We made this. How each of the feature will work on sync. This is what we did. And while we were doing this, I was like, I need some logo. So he sent me a lot of idea, inspirations, and stuff. And then I thought like I want S in my logo. Like I think it will look cool. I was just thinking like about Superman and all of that. Like from that perspective, like it will look cool. So he sent me some S designs and all of that again because I wanted to keep it very simple. So how I named it Synclify is Think plus Simplify. That's how I came across this name of Synclify. Okay. Because you can sync your work and simplify your work. That's why we have named this platform Synclify, right? And then I was like, cool, give me some S design. Then he gave me and all of that. And then when finally we were discussing a lot on this, then we finally, like, he was like, okay, let me play around the design of S and all. And at one point I told him like, why don't I don't remember which inspiration I got at that time, but there was this logo that we were looking at and I was like, I really liked it how they have played around the letter. So we started playing around the letter and eventually we came up to this. Then we just split this. Like at that point, this whole thing was one thing. Like the design used to start from here and go till here on the both sides. Then I was like, this looks a little awkward. How about we give a little break and give it like this? So that's how we came across the logo of Synclify, which I really liked, to be honest, and I still love it. It's a very unique from my perspective. I know for a lot of designers, this could be very basic, but think from my perspective and entrepreneur's perspective, you can see my WM logo as well. This is completely designed by me. When I wanted to, I named my company Wizarding Media. I wanted a very cool logo, and one day I was just putting like how I can put W and M. So I just did this, and then I was like thinking of various colors and all of that. So I did this. Similar way, my thought process went with Simplify that I want S in my logo. So I went it like this. S is masked exactly. Yeah. So S is masked inside the logo, and it looks like this. So it looks really cool for me. I used to think like this is something that we have achieved really nice. So yeah, this was some cool work I did back in 2014. And this logo is almost now 6 years old. Wizarding Media logo is now 6 years. But I really like this also, by the way. It's very clean how each W and M is overlapping. It was designed by, of course, a graphic designer, but I basically gave the idea of how exactly I want W and M to. I can feel your problem about your developer. Yeah, man. Yeah. Like I wouldn't say they were bad, but they were initial, like their experience was very raw, right? Like they had only 2 years of experience. So while I am building this kind of a platform, you see over here, like how complex this is. So I don't blame them for it. They tried their best because at that time there was no AI and anything, and they were doing back end also, front end also, API, DBs, everything, right? So I don't blame them for it. But I was like, no, it's not working out. I either have to give up on idea or something because at the end I was burning a hole in my pocket for almost a year, right? Like I spent a lot of money on it and then I gave up on it. But you never know, like that's how dream works, right? Out of nowhere, after 2 years, I just got this epiphany how I want to change it, how I want to transform it, and suddenly we are doing it. And I think this is something that all of you will love. Like I personally think I just discussed it with 2, 3 people so far to get a feedback. I am not a mad guy who will just start building on an epiphany. I did discuss it with a few people. This did like kind of took the feedback around and then started work. And eventually they were super excited to hear that if you make this, then they will use it themselves. So that's how I'm working on this, and this is what we are applying to YC with as well. So that will be very interesting. We have to still have to shoot our 1 minute video. We have to fill out the whole application and so much more. I am pretty excited to be honest. This is super exciting for me. So yeah, this was the first flowchart or whatever you call it. Uh, I started with. So yeah, this is the journey of Synclify, guys. There is so much more to it. So many discussions, so much happening, and me giving up, then me almost waiting for 2 months for meta approval, 2 months for iOS app approval. What a journey it has been. So much learning. I think if I wouldn't have done Synclify, I would not be ever been able to do Pulse. Like Pulse, I was only able to build because I failed, succeeded, failed, succeeded, failed again on Synclify. Now hopefully will succeed. And that's how I was able to build Pulse. Agar if Synclify wouldn't have been there, Pulse definitely wouldn't have. For sure. All these cool
Everything your company
videos,
knows.
graphics, animations that you see, I give the credit to Synclify a lot. because this helped me learn from my mistakes. It was almost like, doing a 1.5 year course on development around everything: how you do build an iOS app, how to build a website, how to use APIs, how to do basic marketing, everything, and streams also. So I'll give the credit to Synclify and see how the life works, right? We are circling back to it. So we are giving it back to Synclify because it taught us so much. So now our focus is to make Synclify proud. I know it sounds so bizarre. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, you see, like now it's time for us to make Synclify proud, and that's what I'm gonna focus. All these cool animations, everything is happening itself, and that's what we built. Swift or Flutter or React? No, it's a capacitor app. Orwell. It's a capacitor app, so I of course I couldn't risk it with Swift or anything because I'm not built, and I did not have enough time to build from scratch. So I used capacitor app. I built a few pages like login and everything, and iOS app I built with capacitor app as a capacitor app. So whatever changes I make on web happens automatically on my app. That's how I build it. Yeah, I think I've shared something with me. I'll just check. Looks cool, man. I like the dark version. I don't know what exactly is the point, or you can say the idea of this, because I think that will give me more idea about the two logos that you have made inside of it. Like I don't know what elements you have made inside of it, but the dark one look really cool. I am not so fond of the light one, but dark one looks cool, man. Really cool. I would say the dark one is genuinely good. You can try look at like look further into it. All right. How far are we? I just finished actually phase one of this development. There are two phases. Phase one is done. Phase two is smaller also. And in phase one, I'm just now debugging a little, re-verifying things, which I usually do every time I develop. And yeah, so it's just doing that for me. It's checking everything out, whatever we have developed so far, and all of that. Yeah, so there are a few issues we detected about, sorry, 16 broken links. So that's what we are doing. And there were a few more things that I liked out of it. That's what we are doing. And phase F is something that I'll do these phases: phase two, phase three, phase four that you see over here will be after I'll show you guys what we have built. Like they are not my priority, these are future things. So yeah, that's what I do. And I've also written down some of the to-dos that I want to do with Synclify, or some things that I want to check with Synclify. And I keep doing that. You see all of this, all these chats I keep saving that I talk with AI, right? And I think everybody should do. Either they export it then and there. I usually create a Google Doc and then I just keep creating these tabs to make sure that I have every detail of the platform that I need to know. This also helps me in one more way. Then let's say when I want to market my platform, right? I just get all the information of my project and feed it to Claude or whatever. And then I keep asking it for posts. That's how I kind of get it. So yeah, it's been running almost for 1 hour, one hour, I guess. Yeah. Since I've started this debugging, let's see when it lands and we'll get an idea. Today we also did one more thing. I thought it's been a while since I've checked Synclify's competitor, because I checked it 2 years ago and 1 year ago as well when I started it. But then I did not check any competitors or anything. Sorry. So I did this very cool thing where I actually asked Claude to check all the possible competitors, and it gave me such a detailed report. I can't even tell you guys. We checked almost 100 plus competitors, and in each of the categories, what kind of they are, how are we different from them, what is that we are making different. And I felt more confident doing that. I was like, wow, there are so many USPs that we have that these platforms don't have. And literally we did this whole research. Then I also researched like if they have some features which we don't have as of now, to understand if we can do. And Pulse gave me something on that too. Yeah, so this is the whole research of competitors we did. You can see so many startup names over here, all of them doing something or the other, and how are we different from where Simplify actually did differ. So you see all of this, these are our USPs for this platform. So this gives me more confidence, right? And then we also saw, as I said, we also did research on what other platforms have and I don't have, right? So you can see over here. Oh, yeah, PDF, sorry. Uh, and with Google Chrome. Yeah, so this is the that like what features iPulse have. There are seven and worth building that it suggested. There are 12 partial, need a decision, and 10 refused because this is nowhere linked to us. So we did actually make this whole document. And it gave me such a clarity whether I want those features, don't want those features, want this in phase one, phase two, or whatever. And then I basically built it. So yeah, I think you guys should also do this with your competitor if you have an idea about your working. It's a Figma plugin for color and designing purpose. Oh, okay. For the okay, the plugin that you're working on, you told me. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, it looks really cool. Definitely. I think the name also looks cool. Just check if nobody else have that name or something, because the name also looks sounds very really. What is the tech stack of your iOS app? So iOS app, as I said, it's a capacitor app, right? So if you'll see a capacitor app, how it works, you create a folder in your development folder itself, and that works as a capacitor app. So you don't really build on Swift or anything. If let's say my main app is on JavaScript, React Native, and Next.js, my capacitor app will also be on the same tech stack. I don't need to code it separately. The only thing that I'm coding is the front page. I forgot what it is called. Then the login page, of course, for the app that will stay different. Post that, once it logs in, it's going to use the same things. It's going to use a server which is my backend and my front end on web, exactly the same thing. And how it will work basically is whatever I have optimized for my mobile view, right? If I'll open on Google Chrome my app, same way my main app will. So that's how it works. It saves you a lot of time, it saves you a lot of money and everything, and you can literally deploy it very easily. And once, let's say, you get funding, or once you get good team on board, you have good customers, then you start building app from scratch. I guess it will not smooth. No, no, it was heavily smooth. I'll show you. It was smooth. I don't know what counts as smooth to you, but I'll actually show you. It was really smooth. I have it on my phone here installed. I'm just installing it, updating it. Yeah, I'll show you. It was really smooth. There was no issues as such. Maybe just and one very easy thing to do is, you see this, the front page, Synclify your AI powered Instagram management platform, and then it says get started, and then you have this login screen. These two I have built from scratch on, I think, React Native or something. And then once you log in, you have your backend working. I'll show you. Just logged in. See, it logged in also so quickly, and it's very smooth. It's super smooth. I don't have to do anything. All the data loads nicely, simply. Your sidebar, all of that works. Not like something doesn't work. Like how you will look in an original app. So it's genuinely smooth. It's great when you don't have funds, you don't have expertise, or you don't have time. Definitely go with a capacitor app. Do not waste your time building an app from scratch. Build it once you have funding. So I would suggest that. Either you start building from scratch your iOS app, right? Like your whole platform is iOS based, or like, I mean, as an app based. But if your platform is web based, don't waste your time building an iOS app from scratch. Use a capacitor app, and that will simplify your life like it. If now I would want to convert all this into an iOS app level, like, from scratch, it will take me another 1 to 2 weeks at least. And then there are so many more bugs when it comes to iOS development. This is easier side of things. So that would be my suggestion to everyone. Yeah, cool. So yeah, this is working. It's changing the intelligence. Yeah, we have now a whole new level of intelligence on this platform, guys. Whole new level of intelligence. I'll give you some idea. Yeah, all of this, right caption, all of this we have merged to make it better. The competitors we have, the notifications and everything, the invoice and payments, all of this is now way more smarter and way more better. So this is what we have done. when it comes to like making this platforms. And still the features are about 105, which like we worked on uh, last night. We figured out there are 105 important features for this platform, but now it will look way more cleaner and way more usable than before. Right now I feel all the features are there, but they are so cluttered. Like over here I have all of this active collabs, then again I have active collabs revenue. See this? Then I have engagement here, I have engagement here, I have followers here, I have followers here. So everything was like repetitive, not proper, and all of that happened. Like no content plan generated. I don't need it on the desktop this way. Like I should have put it in a better way. Best time to post over here. So it looks bad. And now all of this is something we are cleaning. We are cleaning everything. Everything that you see, all these pages. Calendar looks so overloaded, it's not optimized properly, right? Your AI assistant, and I'll show you the biggest issue, okay? Like not issue, but something. I have this create content. I have these fonts where you can generate title, idea, all of that here. And then you go to AI assistant, and then again you can do the same over here. You can generate your idea, you can generate your content, you can generate your script, caption, all. So everything was mixed up and messed because I was developing one thing at a time. Because at that time the AI was not so smart to give such a huge task to it. But now since AI have made this leap, I literally gave it this whole plan that I did with Fable, and now Opus is executing it for me. And the best part, Opus is really efficient on tokens. I'm using Opus 5 on high reasoning, and you can see I'm only at 44% of my weekly usage. My code has been running almost 14 to 16 hours a day. I'm talking about at least 14 to 16 hours a day for the last 3 days. And I've only used about 30% of the 35 on this. Baki rest of the usage I've used on other tasks. So 35% of my weekly usage. Of course, this is your $200 max plan, but still, I would say this is generous. If I would have done this with Fable, even on medium reasoning, by now I would have 0%. Zero, I'm talking. And you see this also. Since Opus is almost as intelligent as Fable, I just did my planning with Opus. Now everything is being done with. Oh, I did my planning with Fable. Now everything is done with Opus. And the last thing that we'll do is when the debugging comes, we'll do some of the debugging with Fable, where the safeguards does not happen, and we'll also optimize front end with Fable because I feel Fable is still good on front end. So front end is another thing. But now we have removed a lot of slow slop. You see all these purple buttons and what I just showed you, this purple wand and all of this. Now all of this will be gone and gone for good. Like we are changing it. You see how many options I've given you because I was like, a user need this also, this also, this also, this also. And I did not think of optimizing it. I was like, you need title, you need idea, you need reference, you need type of content, you need content format, then you need posting date, you need hook, you need CTA, you need video script, post caption. Like I was just putting in everything I used to know. And I don't want that anymore. I have learned my lesson when I was failing on Synclify first time, second time, and now when I built Pulse. Pulse, I have made it. Of course, there is a lot of data there also, but it's way cleaner on a lot of front. It actually is. This is why you are seeing this overload is because this has everything, which will not be the case for any user. This is like a demo account. So I had to add everything like whatever there is. But for a simple user, it will hardly be like this much. And then you have your simply your ask feature, you have chat GPT like structure, you have your voice feature, everything you can just use with voice with a 2 click of button or something, right? Over here, if you can see, then you can have your search, your mapping, and like very simple. I have tried to make it at least clean. So this is what my focus is was with Pi. And this learning came from honestly Synclify only, to be honest. Yeah, what we have done. It also has a lot of features, but it's cleaner and it's very self-explained. Synclify kind of failed there. Like because of me, I'm not blaming Synclify for it. But yeah, good to know. Orville says I used Claude for planning and phrases. Then I created rules and instructions. And I see it's not like how I want it to go, how I want it. I go to Claude and ask for the feature to make a prompt to make us. Absolutely. That is, sorry. All right, guys. That is absolutely you should do. That's a very smart technique for anyone, whoever is writing prompt. And trust me, I when I started building Pulse, which has over 200 features, right? And all of this that you see over here. The very first thing is I did not even come to Claude Code. Claude Code happened very late. I just sat with normal Claude chat and I asked it that this is the idea that I have. I like literally rammed on it. I still remember, I'll still have that chat somewhere. What was it called? Company Brain. Yeah, it was called Company Brain. Yes. Where is it? Yeah, Company Brain idea. You see this? June 30th, last time I've chatted with it. I just sat with it, started chatting with it left, right, and center, gave it all my inputs, gave it all my ideas that I had, asked ideas with from it, brainstormed it, and everything. And once I knew I had a solid idea in place that I would like to build, I just told it, now make a detailed document, a handover document that I can give to Claude Code, which will have everything we have discussed so far, which will have every tiny detail about every page and all of that, and also a detailed prompt for me to make Claude understand this document. And it just did it. Voila. And you see over here the result. Of course, this requires way more work. It took me 3 months to build this platform, three and a half months to where it is right now. But yeah, that's how you do it. That is the way. It is the best way. Exactly, Orwell. Like, it is the best way. There is no better way to build your idea. Do not start directly with an app, be it your Cloud Code, be it with your Replit, be it with your Bolt or Cursor or any tool that you're using, ChatGPT, Codex, whatever. Start with a simple LLM, talking to a simple LLM, make it understand. It will write a way better detailed prompt for you based on the idea that you have given it to give to your uh, basically your execution tool. So do this way, and you will have a better platform than just directly start working with Cloud Code that, hey, I have this idea, let's build. Claude will really screw you up throughout. First, sit with your normal LLM and prompt, then give it to your Cloud Code. That is the way. Cool. So yeah, guys, this is what's happening. This is where we are working. In the meanwhile, let's look at YC also, guys, because this is another priority we have. We only have what, 8, 9, 10, 9 hours till YC application deadline. So we definitely are on a crunch. You see, July 27, 8 p.m. Pacific time. So don't get confused. I am in Indian Standard Time. So I still have 9 hours to go and I want to apply. Last year also I applied, but this year also I'm going to apply. Last year I'm saying last application. Previous you can see Pulse I applied but not selected. And now I'm going to start on this. So it will be fun. Solo application. Last time I applied with a co-founder, then he left Pulse. So I'm still working on Pulse, of course. And now I'm applying to for as Synclify as a solo. But he was a great guy, like my co-founder. He had some priorities. Life happens. That's why. But now I'm starting with this. It says my profile is incomplete. I have to do all of this. Yeah. And my plan is, I'll tell you guys what my plan is. So you can actually update your YC applications as the time goes. Okay. You don't need to complete it in one go. You just need to make sure you're sending your initial most solid application with some of the details filled, like your video, your details around it, and all of that. Once you do that, you can update your application later also, but that update needs to be something significant. It's not like you'll just update anything. It has to be something like which genuinely is a big update for like YC to consider. So make sure of that. At least you're applying tonight in case you're thinking of with any idea you have. You don't need to apply with a prototype. You don't need to apply with a product. You can literally apply with an idea. So that's what I'm going to do. This is, of course, important. Company name is important. Description is important. And all of this, you see, it's not even like mandatory. But of course, I'll fill it up as much as possible, because why did this idea came to me? Who are my competitors? How do I will make money? Legal entity, yes. Have you taken an investment? Are you currently fundraising? What kind of institute? Yeah, all of this. Yeah, this is something I have to fill up. Since I did it already once, it will be easier for me. Like, I can just literally put my company name. I can start with it. Synclify. What do you think about this name, guys? Any feedbacks? Do you think this name is nice? Synclify. or do you think it's not good? Let me know in the chat if anybody would like to. Like, do you like the name Synclify? I'll submit the company URL because I know by the time they'll see this application in a week or so, I'll be able to completely transform the landing page also. Like, I think by tomorrow on day after only we'll have the landing page transformed. So I'll be giving the URL. Demo we will not have, of course, but I'll attach it later. And Yeah, product link I can give, right? What is your company going to make? Yes, this is something we can provide. Where do I live now? Yes, that's something. Regarding location, how far along am I? All of this I think we can do, right? And I think the journey is so strong for Synclify that it'll be great. Last time also when I applied, I actually gave it the information of Synclify, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I gave it. But yeah, eventually I have to change it. Now I have to change it. So yeah, super excited about filling up my YC application also and finishing up on phase one of Sync. So both these things we are doing. If anyone have any questions, any inputs, please feel free to drop it in the chat. I think it's me and Orville who are talking. Orville is a great, now kind of great friend only, I would say, of mine here, coming every day on the stream, supporting. Name should always be simple to pronounce in call, then select the name. Always try to make sure it's within 9 characters. Synclify. We have 8. So we are safe from that perspective. And I thought it was catchy. I don't know what you guys think. Simplify, like simply say. I know somebody will say simplify. I'm aware of it. Like people, when I say something, simplify.ai, people will put simplify.ai. In fact, I said simplify.ai. But eventually, I think whoever will be the user, they will understand it, and I'll promote it in a way that everybody will. And trust me, guys, if you are creating content on Instagram or you want to create on content on, I am promising you this will be the best platform you'll ever come up. I am giving you a promise. If you're a creator, you have a brand, or you are a freelancer, or you have an agency, mark my words, this will be the best platform you'll use. Everything at one place, be it your collaborations, your content, your AI features, your profile understanding, analytics, DM automation, invoicing, team management, everything. Literally. All you just need to do is open Synclify and ask. That's what we are building. So this is my promise to you. I have given up enough on my Synclify dream. And I'll tell you the story how Synclify came to me. Okay. I hope you guys are interested. I'm sorry if I'm boring you, let me know. But otherwise, our code is constantly running. So I thought, why not share my journey today here? And I'm preparing myself because I can use that in YC application. So Synclify, I'll tell you exactly how it came to me. Uh, 7 years back, when I was doing my job, I was a machine learning engineer, guys, in one company, great company again in Hyderabad. Uh, Super great culture, everything was super good. I love my job. At that point, I started working with one creator out of nowhere. It happened. It just happened because of our data and everything I wanted to do. Not a rate limit. Gemini prepaid credits are depleted. Oh, I have that, right? Just give me a second. Sorry. I'll continue sharing my story. I'm just checking Gemini. I hope it doesn't screw me over. That will be bad for me, to be honest. Genuinely saying that. I should have a lot of credits. Okay. Checking something, guys. Sorry, huh? I did create key and shared it here. really funny what just happened to me. What? This provide some information about yourself. Continue. I just added 27 more dollar to it. Pay 20 bad. Something very bad. Achha, this is cap. Okay, this is cap. So $250, it seems there is a cap on billing. Why it's Gemini? Okay, why it's Gemini as of now is because I need to use API, right? To call a lot of function and stuff. I can't use like my subscriptions. So to do the testing and everything, I'm using Gemini. Once we are good with development, then I'll put my OpenAI and Anthropic keys to make the output more smart. But right now, I'm just testing everything out with Gemini so I can save on money. With Anthropic, I'll go bankrupt in testing. So in testing, I don't want to give it Anthropic. I'm giving it Gemini Flash, so it will be quicker. Plus, I'll get my usage and money saved. That is the reason why it is Gemini. By the way, something wrong has happened to my Gemini. I don't know. I need to figure it out offline. Total cost. Oh, how I did create a key, and suddenly I don't see the key that I create. That's the weirdest part that is happening with me right. Like I don't remember in which I have a few accounts, right? Like how you have few accounts. I have a few accounts. I created it in one of the accounts. I thought I created in this account, but I don't find it anymore. That's very weird right now. It says I added $1,000. Yeah. Vaibhav here says, how can I start with vibe coding? Hi, Vaibhav. How are you doing, buddy? So, if you're starting with vibe coding, do you have any experience with any sorts of coding before, or are you from any technical domain? What is the scenario? While we are talking to Vaibhav, I'm just out on the other screen, guys. So, I've gone mad because I can't show this on stream, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, this is the key, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got my key, guys. Got my key. There is no usage, it says. So, everything looks good, but it needs my attention, it says. Okay, understood, understood. Now we are talking. Okay, I need to verify something. Okay, cool. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. Got the issue. Allow me a second. Uh, 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 let's check if this works. Trying something. Some info. Technical info. It needs that phone bill and everything, man. It's crazy. Damn. Okay, I'll then let it be. I can't do it on stream. Let it be. It can do the testing without the key. Later on, I'll add it. Tanishk is there. Hello, the best wife could. Thank you, Tanish. Thank you so much, man. Hi, how are you doing, buddy? What's new? Did you do anything further with Gemini, or are you still stuck with the first stage? Let us know. Yeah, so WebAware says, yeah, coding exposure is language in languages like Java and Python, but currently I have background in aerospace engineering. Oh wow, Webab, that's great, man. Why do you wanna like? I hope you want to build something in aerospace engineering. It's one of the most lucrative jobs. Again, actually, it used to be very lucrative, but now with everything, with all the space technologies and everything being developed, aeronautics and aerospace engineering is again kind of on crazy level, right? And yes, to answer your question, if you have some background with coding, so you don't need to learn basic coding terms, right? You can just directly start coding. So to do vibe coding, there are few things that you need to understand. There are two types of tools that are there. There is ChatGPT kind of tools, Claude kind of tools, which is like Claude.ai, ChatGPT.com, like that, right? And then there are the ADEs, agentic development environments and stuff from these companies. Like for ChatGPT, you have Codex. For Claude, for Anthropic, you have Claude. You have Claude Code. So to start with it, you can choose any of them. You can also use VS Code if you are used to it. You can also use Anti Gravity, which is by Google. I personally use Anti Gravity because I find it very easy to use and the UI and everything is very clean. So you can choose any of them. And what you need to do is whatever you want to build on vibe coding, whatever you want to build as such, or you want to try even a single portfolio or a HTML page or whatever, start talking about it with your normal Claude chat or chat GPT chat, right? Make it understand, make it brainstorm it with you. Once it does that, then ask it to create a prompt and a handover file that you can give to any of these executions, right? Like Claude Code or in Codex or anywhere. It'll give you those files. Once it gives you those files, you just come to any of these platforms and copy paste them as it is. Once you copy paste it, then if you are new, literally watch each and every step it takes to bring your idea to reality. See how it first initiates the libraries, assigns it, use the tools, then connect your DB, ask you to do that, connect maybe other APIs to it, start with backend, build with front end, whatever it is, and you literally see that. And in any step where you find any confusion, ask it, hey, why did you do this? Explain me again. What is the workflow? Like whatever questions you can possibly ask. And that is your first step of vibe coding, and that's how you basically start vibe. You just take an idea, brainstorm it, give it to any execution platform, start building with it. And if you're just starting, what you can do is I would suggest, uh, if you want to spend money, then of course you can do Codex or Claude, $20 plans. Just starting, I'm talking. But if you don't want to spend any money, go with Anti Gravity and you can get Google Pro subscription with any geo number for 1 year. So you can just give it like, you can use your geo number to get that Google Pro subscription, log into Anti Gravity and just start working with, what model? Yeah, Gemini 3.6 Flash. And they also provide, I think, Opus 4.6 or 4.7, something like that. So you can just start working with it. That's something that I would recommend. Tanishka says, I've started a Gemini Pro. I want to create something related to law that can help me make more money so that I can prepare judicial service. Wonderful idea, man. I think you are already on the right track. That you have niche down, particularly that you want to create in law and which will help you make money, right? So you have your niche. Now, I think how you can approach the problem, I'm just giving you my perspective. You can think from the perspective of all the stakeholders that are there in law, right? Like you have your law firms, you have your lawyers, you have your draft. I don't know what you guys call them, the people who draft and all. You have your paralegal, you have your judges, you have your courts, and all of this, right? Like all the stakeholders and environments you can possibly think of. Then think of each thing that these people do. Like lawyers, start to end, what they do. Somebody comes to them, they advise them, they draft some, I don't know, contract or something. They send notices, then they, do their research, then they figure out laws, and then they go out and basically fight, or whatever you guys call it, right? So figure out the activities that each of these stakeholders do. Once you figure that out, then try to find a pain point that, for example, lawyer really invest hours of time in reading contracts and drafting something. Then you try to solve it. Then you're like, okay, this is a pain point. Maybe there are competitors. You do your research of competition, and then you can just, if you find less competition or you find something clean, just start it. That's something that I would say. I think that will be the right way to approach the problem. Node modules. This sometimes I feel like cursor check those way every chats. I thought it to add a few instructions that check until unless it's really needed. Oh, is it? I don't think it checks every chat. Are you sure? Uh, Gemini's account prepaid credits are depleted. I just gave you a key few minutes back for a brand new account where we have $300 worth of use. Are we not using that key for everything? Can you please check and let me know, because I want to use that key only. I'll switch in the meanwhile, guys. Um, yeah, I'm not sure if that is happening. It's almost like 1.1 to 8 million per chat. Is it? I don't think it reads like node modules like like in every chat and stuff. It might be checking when you are starting running your code, and when it's checking for dependencies after a prompt. But like, for example, you're just starting with an idea, it will check for all the dependencies and stuff. But I don't think it checks with every prompt. Like if do something here, do you think it will check again? I think maybe not. Maybe I'm not sure about it. Maybe you can ask AI itself. Are you checking the it again and again? It will tell you better than that. For example, to be honest. Vaibhav here says, got it, have an idea, discuss and understand with AI, go to platforms like Integrative Codex, paste it, understand it, and get that worked out. Thank you. Absolutely great, Vaibhav. That is the exact workflow that you can follow. Just learn this workflow as much as you can while you are at it. Don't just, I would say, let it run, because this is your first time doing vibe coding, if in case. So check out every step it is taking, because that will help you understand when you are working with very big ideas and very big work. Then you can actually leave it on autopilot, because by then you will become very good at it. So initially understand everything, what language it is using, what technology it is using, what all these detailing, and just go ahead with it. But yeah, you have got the workflow absolutely great. You are currently studying Webhub, or what's the scenario? So yeah, this is something that is going on, guys. The idea, we're just checking the key that I gave it. Let's see what happens. Um, in the meanwhile, let's see if we have anything on X going on, guys. Our usual approach towards taking AI updates. And as I said, this is a great platform to get your updates, because you will understand and learn every single. You don't have to look at 10 creators, you don't have to look at 100 reels. You be here, and I'll make sure you know every update of AI. This is something that we discussed yesterday also, about the Jensen Huang joining, or basically coming live on X. I mean, like making his first post on X, and he transformed the way AI is working in US. Just imagine, he made all these companies sign a open source model contract. Like the development in open source is so important, and it made it sign all of them. See this? There is only one company that is not signed yet. Can you guys guess what it is in the chat? There is only one company who has not signed it yet. Can you guys guess it? Brownie points, whoever guesses it. Out of this whole list, there is only one company. Only one I'm talking. Yes, so 0.5 flash. Much. I'll see that, guys. Vaibhav says studied mechanical engineering, currently working in Bangalore, 2 years of work experience, process designer for satellite. Wow, guys, we have someone from ISRO over here. He studied mechanical engineering and he's been working for 2 years as a process design engineer for satellite modules for ISRO. How does it feel, Vaibhav? Like, to be very honest, don't mind me saying this, ISRO was my dream. Like when I first wanted to be an aerospace engineer as well, and it was my dream. But how does it feel, man? I would love to know. How does it feel to be a part of one of the most prestigious organization of our country? Okay, Tanishya says, is it possible without any knowledge of coding or tech, just with Gemini Pro? What are you saying, man? Vibe coding? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Vibe coding is completely possible without any knowledge of coding or tech. But that's what the point is, right? That's how it got the name vibe coding. You don't need to know code. You don't need to code no language. You don't need to know syntax. The only thing you need to know is the workflows, the process behind it, and how it is working. You can absolutely do coding without having any tech knowledge. But if you have it, it helps you way much. If you know how to code, it will be easier for you to debug. If you know how to code, it will able to make you understand your code, your flows, and everything. It will help you understand your DB changes. It will understand you help security, all of that. So having some experience definitely helps you. The more experience, the easier it will be for you to vibe. But it's not a mandate. Like it's not like before, like if you don't know Python, you can't code in Python. That's not the scenario anymore. Even if I don't know Python, even if I don't know Java, I don't know Node, I don't know React and what else, I can simply do that with vibe coding. That's the beauty of it. Okay, let me ask this. Okay, so I'll fix the key later, but can we do everything else except whatever testing is required to do with the key? And you can pin this up and remind me later that we need to resolve this. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll just share my screen of anti-gravity, guys. Give me a second. I'm not doing that. And yes, we have another big news out there. I don't know how many of you know about this. Kimi K3 just dropped their open weight. 2.8 trillion parameters, 1 million token windows. The full stack, attention kernels, library, agent infrastructure, everything has come out of China, out of Moonshot AI Lab. Kimi K3 is now open source. So now you may ask, what does this mean? Of course, a person like me, you, or anyone around the world, it's like there will be hardly be 0.0000001% of people or organizations, particularly, who can use this open source model because they only have that infrastructure. So, what does this mean for us? So far, Kimi K3 has been great. It's better than Fable on front end. It's great frontier level model. Not better in anything else than Fable or Opus 5, but still very, very good model. And it is 3.5 times cheaper than Fable. Right? That's the big thing. The usage limits on their $200 plan is 30x. On Anthropic, you get 20x. So you can imagine the amount of usage you are getting for the price you are paying. But there was a big, big, big issue with Kimi K3, and that was speed. Kimi K3 was absolutely horrible on speed. If I'll tell you guys, I think it was initially giving like 20 tokens per second, 18 tokens per second. You see, still 23 tokens per second. That was the speed of Kimi K3. 23 tokens per second is very slow, guys. You cannot vibe code with 23 tokens. But now, since the weights are dropped, now there are other hosting platforms who will pick up those weights, run on their infrastructure, and give people for inferencing, like Hugging Face, AWS. We just saw like there is an already one deep infra. So all these platforms will pick up those weights and give it to you for usage. and you can already see 84 tokens per second. This is a little unrealistic because they'll not have traffic as of now. But eventually, as the traffic increases, this will still go up to like 45, 50 FPS, which you see in this case also. So you'll definitely get lot more speed. And that is the good point of Kimi K3 now being open source. That is the benefit of Kimi K3 being open. You get the frontier level intelligence, 3.5 times cheaper than Fable, 30x the usage on the best plan. And now with open source deployment, you will have at least 40 tokens per second or more, which is almost two-thirds of Opus models, or sometimes they might be able to match also the speed of Opus. So that will be great. I think it thinks a lot, I guess. So that's the point, right? It's not it thinks a lot. It thinks very slow, or that's the point. It thinks enough how any other model eats, like thinks, but it's very slow. That's why it seems like it's thinking a lot. That is the issue. 4.8, Opus 4.8 is a crazy eater. I didn't get you. What screenshot is this? 538. Oh, you mean for a same task? You are giving me this comparison, like how much time something took, or what exactly am I looking at here? Can you tell me? So yeah, that's the benefit of Kimi K now, guys. Since Kimi K is out, so on, I think they will have see a lot of companies hosting it. I think Cursor will host it, and it will be an absolute banger on Cursor. So Cursor is will be a great platform. They already have 2.7, which is not good. So now if they'll host Kimi K3, I think that will be. Anthropic's Opus 5 benchmarks give one of the most inaccurate experiments. What do you think, guys? We have discussed enough on this. I don't want to discuss it anymore. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now our anti-gravity is running again as well, so we will be sorted there. And yeah, Vaibhav says my projects are for ISRO. I don't directly work for ISRO. I work in material design fabrication section of satellite modules with Tata Aerospace and Defense. Okay. So basically, your client is ISRO, but of course, you work uh, in Tata Aerospace and Defense. Still great, man. I think this domain itself is great. You are literally on the like way where everything is evolving and making progress significantly in this domain. So it's very appreciated, or kudos to you to work on in this aerospace engineering and everything. And I'm sure it must not be easy. So yeah, great work. What do you think about the Skyroot? Yeah, Skyroot launch. Like, do you think that's legit and it is like SpaceX for India? It has the potential to become SpaceX for India. What do you think about that? Token. No, I got that it is tokens, Orville, but like, is it for the same task or how is it? That's what I'm not getting. You're saying Composer 2.5 fast, 583.5K tokens included. Your Opus High, I can see a lot of list 4.3 million to 46. So is it like for one task they are saying this it took them? Yeah, for sure. Grok is heavily optimized. That's why like Composer, Grok, these are optimized. And this is a Cursor screenshot. So Cursor has actually optimized Composer a lot. That's why it is not that good. Uh, so yeah, like I think. But yeah, Opus of course is a heavy eater. Unless you have max plan, you can't do vibe coding, man. To be very honest, you can't do vibe. Hussein is here. Yes, GG's bro. GG's man, GG's. But I think you're discussing on this on Kimi K3, like what I said. But yeah, that's a great thing. What Kimi K3 did. I thought China will not let Kimi K3 open weights out because they will be like, no, we don't want to give such a frontier model for free, to be honest. But apparently, I was wrong. China did let it go out. See this? A reminder, you need $35,000 a month GPU budget or a one-time 500,000 investment to avoid a $99 Kimi K3. So an individual can't host it. You can't. That's what I'm saying. 3 days passed since the first idea man happened here. Cloud probably took what happened to my credits. I have to stressed because of it. But anyways, guys, let's not do that on stream. I'll see it later. Bro, what about GLM models? Okay, Hussein is asking what about GLM models. So Hussein, so far the top GLM model is GLM 5.2, which is very, very cheap, right? So if you don't want to spend money on AI and you want to start somewhere, it's a great model. It's I think Opus, oh not Opus, Sonnet 5 level model. Okay, GLM 5.2 is Sonnet 5 level model. So you can get some work done for sure. That is something I can do say for GLM model. But now they are saying GLM 5.5 is coming, which might be able to even beat Kimi K3 and maybe Fable also, or it will be next to Fable. So then it will be so good. And if the key still keep the pricing same, that will be crazy. But even if you'll see in the case of Kimi K3, the pricing of Kimi K3 is $2 70 and $13.50, right? If I'll show you pricing of Kimi 2.7, okay, just check the pricing zero point 0.7 to 3.5. The pricing literally went 5 times, 4.5 times when they built this model, Kimi K3. So for GLM also, right now the pricing is very low. Let me show you what the pricing is. 5.2. Yeah, pricing is 0.76 and 2.4. So if this will also go like 4 times at least, so it will also become $3 and $4, $3.50 and $10, something like that, right? That is still cheap. Opus is 5 and 25. Fable is 10 and 50. That is still cheap, but for a like someone who don't want to spend on models, then it will become a little cost. So that totally depends with what pricing GLM 5.5 will come. Because intelligence, I think it will be able to match now Opus 5 or Kimi K3 and all of. Now it's all down to pricing and speed. I think that is where the future is also going, guys. All the labs, whoever have whatever model, Opus 5, Fable 5, GPT 5.6 Soul, your Kimi K3, your Quen 3.8, your GLM 5.5 when it will come, all these six models are now battling for your pricing and speed. And that will be the future. Because at some point, intelligence from all these labs will more or less be the same. So they'll have to have the best of the speed and least of the price. That will be the game changer for all of them. Because at after a threshold, like more or less you are getting same level of intelligence from all, right? So that will happen with GLM 5.5. Tanish says, I always wanted to be in automobile engineering, especially those F1 engineer. Oh man, who doesn't? Who doesn't want to be in F1 team? I think, yeah, that is a little like something that a lot of people dream, especially after watching that series on Netflix. Is it F1 only or something else? What speed? Something need for no, not need for speed. Something like that. Whatever the series is there on Netflix, right? Is it F1 or it is it name F1 or something else? After that and the game F1, everybody I think wants to be an automobile engineer on F1 team. But it's super hard. Like I think the selection rate, because there are only 20 such, like 10 such team, 12 such teams. And in those 12, 13 teams, you are getting to become an engineer on them. That's a whole another level of difficulty. So I don't think that's easy. But again, if you want to be and you can do something about it at any point of time in your life, if you can get an eye chance, if you get an opportunity, grab it, work for it. Don't give up no matter what. Maybe it will come out to you in some way. Only give up when you have something good going on and you have decided that you want to go somewhere else. But if you feel you have a scope, you have an opportunity, you have the potential, don't give up on your day. Yeah, so this is running. Full sweep is done. This should be able to do the things that I wanted. Gemini, it created repeat confirm. The rest could be measured. The first full run printed 45% passed and 100 cases never reached. The runner now separates unmeasured from failed and completely under. Something wrong happened with my credits over there. I added $1,000 just to activate the $300, but it did not get that. And now I am still, how did that happen? But yeah, all right. This huh, weird. Can you check exactly how much usage did we do of the Gemini key, like in amount or in usage terms? How much did we use it? Because my platform says I have only spent 64 cents. Okay. But my usage 971 also. I'm a little confused. How did it use so much when my key didn't use? Because my project already used 971. This transactions, this checking my transactions, it just shows Google Cloud 970. Let it be. Oil my mood on. Orwell says, what do you think of Dodo payment? Think of to use that. What is Dodo payment? I have no clue. Let me search. What is Dodo payment? A company for AI first companies, from credit based billing and usage metering to subscription global payments. Oh, like Razor Pay, but for AI companies. Nice. Who are their users? Healthify, 50,000 builders plus founders worldwide. Matix is the user. You can try, man. I think looks legit for sure. I think they are trying to copy Stripe, if I'm not wrong, in our country. Like that's the kind of vibe I'm getting out of them. They're trying to build Stripe. Razorpay is one of their investors. Wow. So yeah, you can give it a shot. I have no idea. I have no clue. Literally no clue about Dodo payment. I'm hearing it for the first time. So I think if it is doing the job that you want it to do, then you can definitely try for sure. Leave it. I'll not think about it, guys. Yeah, so I genuinely don't know Orville about this Dodo payment, but if it's serving you the purpose that you want it to, I think you can trust it. They have pretty good names mentioned and everything, so it might be useful. I used Razorpay on Synclify. I think I'm still gonna go with Razorpay to start with, and eventually see if I feel I need to update my payment platform or something. But I'll check. This is something that you have given me for sure. So now I'll definitely check it while we have before we'll release this 2.0 if they're policies and everything are good enough to kind of go ahead with. Because I don't know what documents they require. Razorpay requires a lot of documents like GST certificate and all of. We'll need to check on that. Who is offering the lowest Kimi K3 rates? Model at 400 TPS. Yeah, I think that is the weights of Kimi K3 model that is matching or at times even exceeding the capabilities of Fable 5 are now freely accessible on Hugging Face. Exactly. On Hugging Face, you can try it out, guys. It's freely accessible on Hugging. Orville here says, I can get Stripe, so I'm looking for alternatives. I found one in Collage and Dodo to receive dollars without frictionless as an Indian. Fair man. I think Razorpay have an international payment, but I think their commission is a little higher for that. So you can. I am not asking you to check it out, but I think if Dodo or Polash is somewhere close to Stripe and they say they are as good as they are saying on their website, like they are building it for AI first companies, so then it will be definitely a good call. Like I would suggest go with Dodo. Dodo will be a good call for you. This is a clot catastrophe for Anthropic. The most beautiful LLM tech report I have ever written and read. So proud of the whole team. Guys, this is the Kimi K3 report. Okay, they have given this report. I can read it for you guys. I don't know if it's visible. On DeepSuite, it is behind Fable 5 and GPT's 5.6. On Predator, something Predator Suite, it's behind Fable 5. Yeah, something like that. Very hard to read. Oh, yeah, over here it got zoomed. Nice. So, yeah, you see this DeepSuite? I'll zoom in more. Wait, guys, sorry. Where did it go? No, but yeah, I told you guys, it's almost frontier level, but somewhere behind a few models like Fable and GPT Soul. In some case, Bernard Arnault joins X at the age of 77. Everybody is joining X, guys. Mark Zuckerberg joined X after 3 4 years. Jensen Wang joined X. Now Bernard Arnault joins X. I think he's the owner of Dior LMVH, right? Like this Gucci and all of that. So he joined X. Now everybody is joining on X. I don't know what happened. Like something Elon magic is going on. Kimi scaring out of OpenAI and Anthropic. I think this is a good thing. Gift to next generation of entrepreneurs. Happy Kimi K open weights day. Everybody just starts to talk about one thing, or my feed just fills up with one thing only. And today it's Kimi K3 open weight. If you haven't tried this instruction update for Opus 5 yet, you really should. Opus 5 with updated instruction is 10,000% easier to work with than default setting. Yeah, I told you guys about this prompt the other day, right? Someone wrote this prompt which will make your Opus 5 even smarter. I think I also have a shot on this which will come out very soon. Kimi K3 2.8 trillion, my 30. Exactly, guys. If anybody's thinking they'll be able to uh, basically do run Kimi K3 on their personal systems, this is what the scenario is. Set up the logos so we are all included. Someone just, yeah. So I asked you guys the other question, right? Like, which is one company which is not there? And that is Anthropic. Anthropic has not signed this petition which says why open models matter, and US labs will start to work on it. And Anthropic is that one company which has said, we will think about it and let you. So, yeah, that is another thing that has happened. So yeah, Tropic has not signed up. Let's see if they do. But yeah, it's a. I don't think they'll do. I genuinely feel they'll probably not sign up for. All right. Ironic, OpenAI is missing from the new open source secure AI alliance. Huh? No, must have just missed it. Orville says, I researched it's better for international checkout. Okay, cool, man. I'll also check out this Dodo payment. If they're easy to deploy, easy to get, like easy to host all my packs and stuff, I'll definitely check it. It's a great thing because I think Razorpay is really not optimized completely for it. So if Dodo payment is solving that, I am all in. Can definitely try. Weirdly higher in many benchmarks than Fable, yet everyone who used both things, Fable is a smarter model. Yes, Fable is a smarter model. It can one shot things, definitely. But I, on the other hand, also feel this is also good, to be very honest. A solo founder almost went bankrupt because his product worked too well. It saved me from bankruptcy. My AI bill was 1 million plus per month. I fixed it with open source model. Presenting ILOP episode, the bill. Yeah, Glean also joined. The model market is changing faster than most enterprise AI architecture can absorb. New frontier models arrive few months. Open weight models are improving on cost, probability, and deployment flexibility. Frontier models will continue to push the edge of AI, what AI can do. Open weight models will expand choice and make more workloads economically viable. Enterprises need. If you guys don't know or you are unaware, Glean is the biggest competitor for Pulse. Glean has been in business for 7 8 years. It's the largest $1 billion company and is the biggest competitor of Pulse. So that's why I did not want to target enterprises, which Glean's TG is. I wanted to target SMBs. Called Get Paid to Prompt. Yeah, this I you guys. Dario crash out after they open Simi 3. I guess this is AI.
安全拉胯。现在呢，各位，今天我真的不想开喷。GPT 那群人天天被我们嘲笑安全拉胯，现在呢，现在呢，我们源码被放出来了。
Guys, if you don't know, he is the founder or CEO of Anthropic, one of the founders out of seven of Anthropic. And he just posted this. Like, he did not post it, it's a AI version of him. But this is so funny. 5.6 Soul is literally all I need. I'm this close to canceling my Anthropic subscription and moving everything to Codex. Spent some time with Kimi K3 announcement this morning, and it's one of the more complete open. Claude's reign has ended. Everybody's going crazy. Mythos 6 leaks. Okay. I don't trust this guy to be honest, particularly, but he gives leaks way ahead of its time. Sorry, guys. A next generation Mythos model has reportedly completed internal training and could eventually launch as Mythos 6.1. Yeah, this is Mythos 5.1. It's a core foundation model powered by Anthropic. Restrictions around Fable 5 and may have slowed deployment. So far, public experience Fable 5, blah, blah. Let's search some robo. Can you check? I think it's interesting. Let's search some robo. Can you check? I think it's didn't get you like robos as in like on X or how like search robos. I didn't get you. How did a YC application go? Haven't filled it. Hours late. I don't. I'm averagely comfortable about it. I don't have a strong background. I'm just self-taught developer who's a pipe coder. The strong YC story that you're giving yourself credit for didn't go through YC application. Yep. Send me a message and I'll help you work through it. Yeah, this body is somewhere always active on X. How this benchmark was one of the toughest just 4 months ago. Today, Claude Opus 5 is 64.7% on HLE. Okay, 4 months ago, this was one of the humanities last exam, yes. And Opus 5 is 64.7, Cause is 64.3, Sonnet is this. Where is GPT Soul is so low on this? What? Crazy. Opus is quite adapting to this. But let's search for some AI robots. Can you check? I think it's interesting. AI robots on X or on Google? 100 real AI powered robot.
I have a beautiful idea.
I can't play voice. Last day we did, and I got a copyright because they usually whatever they put in the background is not copyright free. China's most talked about AI company right now. DeepSeek only cares about one thing: AGI. For this, a human will ever win against robo. They are showing this that robots don't take break, humans do. So this is what they are trying to show over here. Declares money won't matter in 2026, 2036 because of AI and robots. Yeah, I heard this podcast or video that he said that money won't matter in 2036 because all the tasks that are there will be done by either AI or robot. Be it your food, be it your cleaning jobs, be it your shipping and all of that. There will be very less people involved in this, and if nobody's doing a job, I don't know how economy will sustain. Probably governments will sustain economy or something. I don't know. The future is going to be amazing with AI and robots enabling sustainable abundance for all. Yeah. As per him, it will be sustainable abundance, but it is easy for him to say because he is a trillionaire, ex trillionaire. The kind of videos we are getting for robot. Funeral of old robotics. Enigma. Yeah, this video went really viral, right, guys? If you don't know, there is this homemaker in Chennai who is doing all these activities like folding clothes, hanging them, doing dishes, and all while wearing a phone on her forehead so she can record everything for training of robots or whatever models they want. So it was really sad to see also, but it was really interesting to see as well that you can see over here. He
बात
does
उसे
all
पूरा
these jobs like watering the plants and ironing and all of that so that they can train robots. Over here what you're seeing is basically they are building memory for the robots while doing this, like building muscle memory in the robot. That's what is happening now. This will know now how to open this. That's what they're doing, and they're recording and everything. Just 3 years left for truck drivers. Oh, okay. Self-driving truck, guys. Self-driving truck. Anyone has ever seen self-driving truck? This is how it looks like. Looks so funny. The engine and everything. It's AI generated, of course, because you need. I don't think this much engine will work. But yeah, this is a self-driving truck. Everything is Elon Musk. Elon Musk when we talk about nothing funny as such. Yeah, AI's robots are taking jobs in 3 to 5 years. Damn, the precision, and there is no issue of how much weight they can hold because you know how much weight a robot can hold. So crazy, crazy times ahead, guys. Crazy times ahead. That's why I'm saying build something, do something productive, make money, and retire. Just kidding. Probably the most mind blowing demo I've ever seen. Stay tuned. Okay, interesting. He's a YC partner and he's saying this batch, that means summer batch he's working. They are launching today. Oh, Apple is back overtaking Nvidia to become the most valuable company in the world. Guys, how funny this is, right? Can you imagine Apple having every possible thing in their hand, right? All the money in the world, all the resources in the world, still have the shittiest of the AI capabilities, even worse than Google, right? We literally go backlash Gemini and everything because we feel it's really bad and it's not good. See what Apple is doing. It's not doing anything for AI. Why? They're relying on chat GPT and everything. And it's not just about they do, it's not their moat or something, it's not their purpose. AI is every company's purpose. And they are literally not spending, or I don't know, not making anything good with AI. Apple intelligence is bad, is super bad. And it literally overtakes the become most valuable company in the world. How? God knows. Orwell here says, I don't have any clarity on my future after 30. Nobody has, man. Nobody has. The like I think, but it's just we are a little bit more scared because we feel the speed at which everything is going is crazy. Because we have been only grown up with these tools and technologies, right? Like since we have reached our teenage age and after that college and everything, we have been using mobile phone, computers and everything. And now when we are seeing computers, mobiles, all of this changing so fast and do so much more with AI and everything in place, it is a little scary, right? Like you cannot comprehend what's going to happen. And that's why it's happening with us. It's like it feels like if you are not doing at all times, you're not doing enough, you are missing out on things and everything. That's why we feel we don't have clarity. But this is something that has always happened, right? My father used to tell me back then, like he we still discuss about this. Like back in 1990s, when the computer started to come in organizations, everybody used to think every job will go away, but it became an enabler for the jobs, right? That's what happened. Some of the jobs did go away, but it also created a lot of jobs. So we don't know yet, but of course, it feels scary that if everything is automated, if everything is done by AI, it will take out all the jobs, and that is something only time can tell. None of us can, even think about. If Apple is mainly an assembly company, yeah, it's mainly an assembly company. They just assemble great designs together. It feels like it's going too fast. Yeah, that's exactly how it feels. It feels like everything is going too fast. You cannot really catch up onto things, and you'll be left behind. You don't know what you can do and all of that. But yeah, only time can tell. No matter what we'll do, what we'll try, we'll only get to know probably after 5 years down the line or something, or 3 years maybe. Okay, we are at 45%. See, guys, Opus is not using anything. We have been coding almost for 1.5 hours or even more, and it's only 45%, 1% increase in weekly. Oh, yeah. We'll have robos as pets in future. Either we'll have robos as pets or we will be robos pets. One of these things will happen for sure. It can go either way, but I guess one of these things. And that is something to figure out. Like either we'll have a Terminator like scenario. I'm not scaring anyone, please, guys. Just consider it as a joke. But yeah, one of these things will happen. Glad to join this Importance Alliance to advance AI security. Just spent $20 million to train three models, including its flagship server 105 billion. Bottom line, it's not billions of dollars, single digit $1 million cost to build a model. It is, but it's also $105 billion parameters. It's 50 times smaller than Fable. And if I multiply this by 50, it becomes 1 million, right? 1 billion. It does become 1 billion. So, how can you just justify numbers for the sake of it? If you are saying you have developed a flagship model of 105 billion parameters for $20 million. Fable is a 6 trillion parameter model, which is 60 times of this. And if I multiply 20 million by 60, if my maths is correct, it's 1.2 billion. So you are touching billion if you train that level of model. You're not training that level of model. And then you are saying that it's not billions of dollars, it's just single digit million. That's like, give the facts right. Don't just say to get, you know, impress your investors. That's the main issue of India. They don't like to bear risk. India don't spend on research. Yeah, that is true. And I'll tell you the reason also, Orville, on this, which I think, according to me, of course, again, right? All these opinions are mine, guys. You don't have to believe in them if you don't feel. Why China always progress in terms of research and India is behind, right? It's not about just about money, resources, or intelligence. I would say we have 50% of the money, 50% of the intelligence, and 50% of everything that US probably have, right? 50%, 40% we have. But still, we are nowhere near 40%, in fact, of research that happens in US or China. US, of course, is leading researchers, so they set up benchmarks and everything for everything. But China, because everything gets banned in China, Chinese companies or government is forced to build everything for their own. They are forced to do the research. They know if they will not do the research, if they'll not spend on research, they will lag behind. India work towards globalization, centralization. So we adapt, we accept models, right? So if I already have Anthropic, I already have OpenAI, why would I want to risk billions of dollars to do research developing something which is behind Anthropic, right? So it's not just about taking risk. The reason we don't take risk is because we don't give ourselves the opportunity to take that risk in the right way. We always play safe because we believe in globalization, which is great. I'm not against it. China, I think, is against it for sure. But this is the scenario why we always lag behind on research and other countries go on. But yeah, I think time changes, everything changes. So eventually one day we will be there as well. Deep backfill sweep sub account detection not started. The classifier enrichment pipeline make model drive model. Okay, let's start the server once. Let's start the server once to see the progress that is there so far. Uh, and also, can I use the production DB for this or something else? Let's see, guys, what progress we have made so far. I am also excited to see. Let me show you guys what we have been building. It's been running for 3 days. I've been checking only once or twice, and then we'll get back to it. Answering the database question. 5 engine tests, nothing found. Okay, cool. What shipped since you message? Okay. Analysis engine has been done. Each naming and post managed sample size is done. Wired not left dormant. I grabbed first and confirmed nothing outside. Called the enrich media job now enriches, then classifies, then recomputes the findings. Okay, cool. Sounds good. When I first saw ChatGPT in November of 2022, I went crazy. I can't explain how excited I was. November 22 or November 22 to 23? Because I think they launched in December 2022, right? ChatGPT got launched in December 2022, if I'm not wrong. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, even when first time I used ChatGPT, to be honest, my experience was not so good. Like I did not get very excited using it because I thought it's just making use Google a little better. Like that's all. Like now instead of going through 5 links and finding the answer, I can just get it from one link. Because at that time, it it did not have live fetch, right? Like it cannot find live information. It used to work only and only on the trained information. Trained information was like 1 2 years before. Like I think the first model that they went live with GPT-3 or whatever it was, GPT-2, that had information only till May of 2021 or something like that. And because of that, I was like, it if it cannot give me live information, how will it make sense? I'll just go. So for me, the very first experience or exposure of LLM was very underwhelming. I did not get excited at all. I thought like, even the writing and everything and all of that was okay to me. But yeah, eventually as it improved, I think then I stumbled upon Perplexity, and I used Perplexity because Perplexity's biggest moat was it can do research and fetch live information. That was the biggest use case of Perplexity, which made it $1 billion company. And now nobody talks about Perplexity. Right? If Perplexity's idea would have come today, nobody would have invested and nobody even used it because everybody can fetch live data and internet and all. But that was Perplexity's mode. And then I got excited. I like, oh wow, it can research 15 links for me and then give me a solid answer. I can verify, I can cross verify everything. Yep, information outrage. Yeah, yeah, for sure. AI did bring that information outrage and also like made it very easy for you to consume the information in the right format. So I think that is where I totally agree with you. That I think definitely happened. So yeah, that makes sense. Hey, yeah, between favorite part of Kimi K3 that fits on my 355 node. I used to pass URLs to get proper writing. Hmm. Yeah, you can parse like proper URLs like and everything if you like can do that. At that time I don't know how it was scraping also because I don't think I remember it scrapping a lot of data. But eventually yes, they added so much more to it from image scraping and all of that. I remember I tried scrapping data from image, it did not work and stuff. But yeah, if you'll paste URLs you did get like proper writing and stuff. So even back then prompting was important, even today prompting is important. So yeah, I think whoever used it, but yeah, that was my experience. But it's good to know that someone had good experience the first time they used chat gpt. Maybe I was not given it enough credits, plus I was not using it enough at that time. I think the proper usage I started using chat gpt was in May or June of 2023, somewhere around that. May, June, yeah, or even later I would say. September, October of 2023 was the first time when I installed, made proper account and started using it for like basic writing work, captions and all of that for my other company. But eventually I realized that's too AI. People started to figure out it's AI, so we had to drop it. Even with best of the best prompts, it was not properly giving you the right output. Yeah, that's what happened. And login details for the time being. Sam Altman to meet with Senate Intelligence Committee after OpenAI disclosed that an AI agent went rogue during. Same news we have covered, I think, multiple times. Fable for planning, Opus for complex coding, GPT for front end computer use, Grok for speed, Kimi K3 for intelligence wise. Fable is still the king, guys. One shot, if you want to one shot your products, one shot the pages, one shot designs, one shot research, Fable is still the best. But everybody's catching up. But Fable is costly also, so you really can't trust on it. Try Arena AI gives you access to 20 plus AI models like Claude Sonnet 5 High and others AI, also for free, no limit. They renamed Arena AI from something, right? Experience the frontier, ways. Battle mode. You can battle two anonymous models. Okay, you can get multiple model and answer. Where do I select the model? Build apps, turn off auto mode, web search, add files. How do I select a model in this? Your prompts may be shared to support pub. Yeah, that does not happen. How do I go to single model? Is it? Am I blind or something, guys? I'll just say I agree. A assistant B. So it just battles between multiple agents and is it generating what reply for like it is taking a reply to my hi. How do I select model in this? If you are aware, Rishi, one time chat. Okay, I'm on one time chat, right? Battle mode, direct. Okay, one model at a time. Got it. Let's me say hi again. Oh, I can see something on the top. It says max intelligence. Okay, so we have these GPT-3 Flash 5.2, GLM 5.1, Sonnet 4.5, 3.1, 5.5 instant. GPT 3.6 Flash, Sonnet 4. Yeah, these are now this intelligence I cannot work with. I think for someone who is just starting and they don't want to again spend money, then great. You have given us great basically website which can actually help you to see all this to generate text, code, image, or search. And yeah, you can actually do some basic stuff over here because I think even GLM 3.6 is good enough to do some research, right? So that will make sense for sure. Sorry, Gemini 3.6 Flash. So it's a great tool for sure. I wouldn't say I don't want to log in on this because they say they are sharing my prompts and stuff. So I don't want to an account. But yeah, looks good, man. Looks good. Definitely, Rishi. I think this is a great website that you have shared, and people can use it if they like, basically. Definitely. But let's see, guys, what we have built so far. We are opening it. Let me just share it with you guys. I am also looking at it the first time for the first time. So whatever you guys are seeing over here, I am also seeing it for the first time. Okay. Second, this is how it looks. Definitely, the background does not look nice. That is something we'll see. I don't know if it has checked it. No, background looks doesn't look nice. Font is fine for me. I think it has that this thing. Yeah, this also looks fine. Sign up also. Yeah, this we have to change probably, and this also scrolling. Yeah, so a few things that we need to make good. But of course, this is one time that we are seeing. Let me just log in also, guys. Give me a second. My credential. Signing in. I'm excited, guys. Yes. Let's see. Okay, it asked me to create a profile. It need me my Instagram handle and all of that. Connect all of that. So I'll just skip it. Can I skip it? Okay, let's add up. Tech AI. AI setup. What's new? Media library, command palette, AI insights, all of that. Now it looks like this. Interesting. It's clean. It's clean. It's definitely cleaner. I'll show you guys what the current one is like. So this is the current one that we have that you see over here, with all these colors and stuff. And this is the new updated one that we have. So now things are not repeating. Things are pretty clean for sure. But yeah, very few colors and everything. We did remove a lot of purple, but of course, because of branding, there is still some purple. It's much cleaner and everything, but I feel I want to improve this way more. This is the new thing that I'm doing, assistant that we are building. You can draft a reel. What am I out right now? All of that you can do with it, but I want to change it for sure. And now, as you can see on the left hand side, we don't have so much. We have very few topics and stuff. You can do all of this. Okay. You can you have only like 5 options. You can work on your collaborations and all of that, your campaigns, collaborations, simple forms. Okay. Your management, like your invoicing, contacts. Cool. You have your grow where you are getting all your analytics and stuff. Okay. Gotcha. And then you have all your tools. So we have put all your tools at one place. See, like your team, your analytics, and all of that. Instead of like having here, you only have important ones here, and then rest comes here. We might need to move a few things around here and there. We'll see that. But yeah, this is what we have built so far. Orville says much better. Yeah, man. I think it definitely is. I also feel it's definitely a little better. And yeah, we still have a long way to go, but somewhere I think it makes more sense to look at something like this. It looks more professional for, but I still feel we need to improve it a lot because home is not here. Yeah, there are a lot of things which I want to improve. It just took this design and all in the background. I think we need to work on. Welcome to Synclify as all of this. Okay, done. Cool. Not bad, not bad. For sure, not bad. But I want to improve this a lot. I will let it finish whatever it is working on because I think I have a lot of stuff that I want to improve on. Definitely. It's somewhere close to my vision, but still very far from it. So yeah, it will take another week or so till we finish it. But I'm glad you guys like it a little more than what we had already. And that's the plan to make this much, much, much better. All of this, search and stuff. Not bad. Oh, I can change the color and all as I like. It gave me an option. Good, good. Something I can choose my primary color as I like. All right, guys. So this is what we have made so far. This was our previous product. Some of you might still enjoy looking at this or still like this, but I feel this one looks much cleaner. So we'll definitely try this. Dark mode is there. Yes, dark mode is there. This is the dark mode. I think it looks cool in the dark mode, right? Or it does it not? It looks cooler in the dark mode. So yeah, this is our new kind of update on Synclify, what we have done from this, which is too colorful and too college project to this. But I think we still have a long way to go, which I am gonna work on, and we'll continue we stay on stream, and later we'll see. But yeah, right now we are still going to go continue on. Let me just see what we need to do next. Okay, can you now make me a list of everything that is due or left or pending, and we can start working on it one by one? All right. I think I still want to transform a lot of UI, right, guys? Like, I don't know how many of you are digging this. I find it fine, to be honest. I think there's a lot more scope. It definitely made a lot of things cleaner, better. Right now, it all looks blank. That's why it might even look bad. But once you start building things, it will start to fill up. It will look good. But I still feel I think we can do more improvement on UI. Not really liking it as it is for sure. Add your rates to complete media kit. Post rate, reel rate, story rate. Nice. Engagement follows will pick up. Print it. You can send it. You have your collaboration. You don't have a home button there. That's weird. Create content also. I think this also I'll remove. Makes no sense. It's nowhere close to my vision. So I definitely need to redo a lot of it. Like I asked it to keep like the tabs and stuff, but I still feel a very long way to. What about game automation? This is analytics. Where is my AI Studio? Yes, AI Studio. Okay, AI Studio now looks like this, guys. You have your AI Studio with everything around your insights, writing all of that, the best times of paying your attention, your Scora draft, the library. So over here you have your whole tools basically, right? Whatever you have currently on Synclify, and over here we have basically simplified it with an assistant. So that's what we have done so far. But I think I'm gonna go and like as in like basically going to change everything that you. What do you guys think? Let me know for sure. But I still want to change a lot of things. Any thoughts, guys? Rishi, okay, Rishi. Yeah, Orville, do you have any thoughts on this, man? How does it look? Like any thoughts that you feel, what we can improve upon from design perspective of any or anything as such? Not really digging it completely. Yeah, not also against it. Okay, cool. So now we have these things left. Uh, any verification of model output the class have run against a live model. Tier repricing, production DP. At risk now, one. Oh, can you stop all the servers? I don't want any server to run. Stop this. And then we have phase E going on, where we have all these things that we need to build. And then we have further undead stuff. No username column, require active the hard gate. Enter the 90 out after capacitor mic plug. Yes. Then we have phase 2 and 4. What I would do 5, then 7. To check X. Come and remove this border. Yeah, man, we'll remove these. We'll get to UI later. Once I think let's build all the features possible that we have in this, and then we start working on UI pages one by one. Because I definitely want to completely transform. I don't like this. I wanted to give it a way better interface, which I had in mind, but it did something else. I won't say it's completely off what I wanted to do, but it's still quite off. So I am not digging this UI. I want to change this and we will change it completely. This is not working for me. Yeah. Whatever, these side things you are telling me and all. Yeah, I'll be removing that for sure. And here also I'll be making it. I need to give it some better references and stuff for this. I'll figure that out too and then basically work on UI. But let me just build all the backend and features first. That then I can peacefully just work dedicatedly on making this um, uh, make it better. So which phase are you in now? So we are in phase 1, but phase 1 is the biggest. Phase 1 is actually, you can say, 70% of the product, right? Phase 2, 3, and 4 are just one features, to be honest. They are big features, but they are like 10%, you can say. Phase 1 is the 70% of the product, and that's what we are on. and I think we are already done of about 50% out of the 70%. So only these things are left. Only and only these, which is not a lot if you'll ask me. I've been doing this for 2, 3 days and I've done so much work on this. So now only this is left. So I think we can just quickly finish this off. And 2, 3, and 4 phase I'll take up later. But first we'll improve the UI. That's the focus. All right. So now let's finish everything in phase E, the 11 build queues that we have completely. And you can also commit before we start doing the implementation of phase E, whatever is left in phase E. But make sure we are doing it 100% end to end. Nothing should be incomplete, nothing should be broken. And each of these features and everything should work from front end to back end to DB to design everything. Press control plus K. Let me see. On the platform. Oh, I've just stopped the server. I'll show you later. I'm almost in second phase. How many phases do you have in your product, the plugin that you're building? Like ideally, how many phases do you think do you have? Yeah. Control K, it's opening like this. This is gonna get better, full border and all of that. But yeah, you have all the options. Interesting. Somewhat not exactly what my expectations were, but yeah, I think it took from UI perspective, it took it a little different. But I'm happy because I'll tell you because of two reasons also. One, it actually made things very simple. Two, it made everything into more intelligence, right? I've added a lot more intelligence on the platform than there was. So these two things, I would say I'm definitely happier, but there is still a long way to go. Like you see how this scroll is going, it shouldn't have. This bar should completely come up and there should not be any scroll. So all these things we have to improve. Yeah, we need to change. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. We'll be changing all these things. This definitely does not look good. Uh, UI wise, you have my word on it. We will sit together once this whole backend of phase one is done. Tomorrow's I'll do offline some work, of course, but online once I'll come on stream, I'll show you what progress I've made, and then we will start changing all of it as well. So whatever inputs you would like to give, please feel free to give it to me, and we are going to change it. Right now, we are just finishing all these items that you see over. Committed. Now we are just doing all this. After all this are done, I think yes, we will be done with our phase one implementations. Then we can just focus on UI UX. Because I know this is not something I like. My pulse looks way better than this. And yeah, I want Synclify to look even better for sure. It's just giving this error because I have disconnected this. It's just basic. Yeah, you see the spacing and all. I don't want. I know it will all fill up as you use it. And if I'll connect my Instagram and stuff, but still I feel I can do much better. If this is coming fine, this I would say still is good. Like this looks better over here. Like I know I've connected already. See that, but yeah, not bad. But I expect this to be even better. Cool. So no worries. This is just the start. If in 2 days I am able to build this, I can build like a great product in 15-20 days, and that's what the timeline. I think if we are able to build this by what date? I'm giving myself till 12th of August. 12th of August, we will work on this and we'll build it. That's the focus. What do you guys say? What do you guys think? 12th August, till the time we will work dedicatedly on this and we'll build this into something every person who uses Instagram would want to use. I'll make sure we do that. I just need to give it a lot of references and stuff of how I need things to look, and I think it will do that. I'll use maybe Fable for front end design to change and transform everything, and let's see what that this is not as at the moment. I would prefer this. Yeah. Add some illustrations for empty set. Yeah, man. All of this. I think we need to make these notes, whatever you're saying, just have it sent to our X chat only. I think if you like, we will make all those changes. We'll have illustration, have proper just say for example, we have here, right? It looks better, but not as good as anyways, but better than this blank space. All of that we have to do. I'm new here. I saw your thumbnail and wanted to check it out. Many people say vibe coding is dead and traditional coding is the only way. Can vibe coding really help people earn money? Cap verse for you. Hi, Capos, buddy. First of all, welcome over here. Thank you for coming in. And so far, I would say yes. With my experience, I've been doing vibe coding for almost a year now. I've been building products. I built this Synclify that you see over here. It's completely deployed, working. I have few users over here. We are transforming this product completely from scratch. That's what we are planning to do. We also have another product, Pulse, where we have design partners already. So this can also get monetized in another 3-4 months. So you can make money with vibe coding. Now there are two ways to make money with vibe. One is you actually do vibe coding now in your job itself, and I think everybody is doing it. I have my friends, my cousins, everyone that I keep talking to, and they heavily use Cursor now. They heavily use extensions in VS Code to do coding with AI. So vibe coding, definitely you can make money. This is the way you make your work faster in your job. So that's how you're making. The second way for vibe coding to make money is by building something, which we are trying to do, which we are doing. I literally built my own company website in like 1-2 days, right? And this will help me make money because this is my portfolio. So at the end of the day, you can say indirectly vibe coding is helping me make money. So I am not against traditional coding. Traditional coding is always great. It gives you an edge in vibe coding. If you're good with traditional coding, you will be far better with vibe coding because you understand the code, you understand the flow, workflows, you understand the terminologies, you understand debugging, everything. It will be much, much, much better if you understand uh, traditional coding. But I will say vibe coding can make you money and it will make a lot of people money, good amount of money. And that's what we are also trying to do over here. We will make sure that we make money with vibe coding. We'll make a lot of money. We'll build a lot of products, sell those products for different products. Thank you, bro. I got it. But can learning vibe coding help me get a job at tech companies? Hmm, not right now, if I'll be honest. Not exactly at this stage. But if you ask me 1.5 years to 2 years down the line, yes. But that does not mean that you only are aware of prompting, right? Like you can also prompt, hey, build this for me, hey, build that for me. That is not I'll count as vibe coding when you want to get a job. When you are looking for a job or when you want to get a job, you need to be aware of technical expertise as well, right? Like what is graph engineering, what is loop engineering. Vibe coding has its own terminologies and stuff. So they will probably test you on that. They will give you a task, like how it happens in every jobs, right? They give you assignments and tasks to complete. They will allow you to use vibe coding to build that task because they'll give such a task where you'll be judged on the work that you will do when you will join their organization, right? So that's how it will transform the interviews and selection process. But you will still need to know the technicalities, right? Like for example, load balancing or debugging ways, prompt injection. These terminologies exist in vibe coding as well. And with vibe coding, you can solve these problems. You can solve these security things. But you need to know everything, right? You cannot just go into a job interview and be like, hey, I can build you this, just give me time. I can just go with Opus or go with Fable or Kimi K3 and build you whatever you need. They will test your workflows. They will test your skill set. They'll still test your thinking. That will be, I think, the future. Thank you. It was helpful. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Welcome to the community. And if that was helpful, I'm glad I was able to. Or will says check X. Sure, man. Here are some references. Um, yeah. So yeah, Orville, exactly. This looks way better, right? Like I'll show on the stream also if that's fine because this is just references. This looks way better because if I'll see this, it has more colors, it has more cleaner, uh, you know, uh, what do we call different components. So it looks definitely better. It's Beehive only. I know Beehive. So yeah, I think yeah, this is something we need to do. I'll also research on a lot of AI tools and stuff which are there and figure out like these references. But thank you, man. Thank you so much. There are some icons I love to use. Mostly I choose bulk icons. Super, man. You have been a great help. Or with all of this, and I'm genuinely glad to have you in this community. I'll make sure you are growing with me. I am helping you out in the best way possible that I can, and this is genuinely very very helpful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Because right now I'm not happy with the output of it, but I'm okay. I'm not against it because when I'll go improve page by page, I think we'll do a much better job. And here I'm just letting it build the whole intelligence system because that's more important. As you can see now, we are doing all of this. How many things are there? 17 to 8, almost 10 items you have to build, right? So let these 10 items build and then we go page by page. I think tomorrow offline I'll do a few pages. I'll show it to you on the stream, and then on stream also we'll do a lot of pages. I'm I'll try my best to stream tomorrow. I'm not saying for sure, but I'll try to focus. I'll try my best. Like if I'll not have any other work, I want to do that. I saw your video on YT man. Your website, it looks so cool. Can you please help me out how you have created the tutorial video using any tool or what? I want to create same for my tools. Help. Oh, someone reached out to us on X, guys, asking about like Pulse video. He might have seen our Pulse video that we have created. I told you guys, right? Like I created it using completely using AI. You can check it out on pulsehq.tech. I can show you guys. Like that is one video I am also proud of because I made it completely using AI and
Everything your
it has
company
all
knows
the
is
animation, music, VO, all of that. So someone just reached out to us on X asking how I created it and what they want to create. So I'll reply to them after the stream. I'll tell them what I used exactly and how they can create a similar video because it's more about prompting and keep going with it. And if you have a workflow decided, then it becomes easier. So now I know the process. My next video will be quicker. Now I don't need to spend like 6 hours on it, maybe like couple of hours on it. That's the beauty of letting your models learn alongside your work. And that's what I do. I build these workflows, I put these workflow in picture and all of that. Yeah. You see, so our home looks very dull as of now. It looks professional but dull. So we need to improve. Yeah, we need to. I'll probably remove this. I'll remove this. This is good. What to do next should be there. This also I'll remove. This we can keep. This we can keep. Quick notes we can keep. Assistant, yeah, this I'll change. I'll make like a chat GPT like bar in the middle of the screen. That's something I want. And the chats can go maybe here or something, somewhere the other point. We can have just like a chat GPT like interface for the assistant. Plan, yeah, I want to remove these because this makes no sense. We have assistant for all of this. And I'll remove this brainstorm and all of this as well. Create content, title, image. This I can keep. Like if somebody wants to create it through this, you can use the best time and all that. Random info. Oh yeah, it won't. Yeah, server I've stopped. But yeah, this is something we'll enhance. This is fine. Over here is also fine, but I'll move things around like project library stuff. Yeah, we'll move things around here also. Maybe we'll remove tags, collections, content pillars. Maybe we'll merge it into one. We'll have to see. Collaborations. Oh yeah, happening guys. Yeah, this also I feel top performing post, you versus tracked competitors, engagement benchmarks. Yeah, this is fine. Let's see how the information loads in once we'll connect everything in production. Content pillar analytics. Yes. We'll also change like which analytics are important, which are not. So, and all tools is good, but again, very dull. So will you add some colors here? Sidebar in sidebar. Calendar is not in sidebar. I think it should be in sidebar, right? Calendar is a very important thing. It should be in sidebar. Filters are coming like this. That's also something you can think. Yeah. So from UI perspective, what it has done is more or less taken all the things from here and put it in a simplification manner over here. It has not thought from the perspective like how I would ideally want to even transform that part. So that is on us, and that is something we need to do next. And I think Orville here definitely from the community is helping us a lot. I am 100% thankful to him for all of this. And it's great to have someone in the community who understands design and then of course is ready to help us. Both the things at the same. That's kudos to him. So yeah, this is something we'll see. Like for example, if I'll open ChatGPT right now, it looks much better. And this is something that I want for it. Probably, right? I'll also have options like this, then we'll have chats. So similarly, we'll have options like this, and then we'll have chat. And over here, we'll have something like right. So this is what I want to do. And if I'll give it an example, I think it will create it easy. It's just it needs more examples. As of now, it does not have those examples. How does Claude look on this? Let's look at Claude also. Yeah, Claude has also similar kind of thing. I like ChatGPT more for sure. It looks more clean. But Claude is also nice. Have all the options, have all the chats all here. So yeah, this is something I need for sync. So we are gonna change that. Okay, Orville, I think the DM that you have sent me, I'll understand it off stream probably. I don't want to talk it on stream unless you are fine with it, and then I'll give you an idea on this, right? Or should I discuss on stream? Yes, cool. So I'll give you the answer on this after I'm done stream. Yeah, guys. So cool. I think good inputs we have gotten. This was the first look. For the first look, not bad. But yeah, still long way to go. And it's not easy. Like you cannot build a product with 100 plus features in 2 days. You need time to make it better, make it proper, and enhance it. And that's what we'll do. All right. Okay. Satya Nadella just made some announcement. Today we are announcing a series of updates that gives customer frontier grade security at half the cost. MAI Cyber One Flash is our first cyber security model built ground up to find the most challenging vulnerabilities in complex code bases. You see, guys, I'll discuss this one thing with you. Fable created a world of opportunities for other companies to build models around cybersecurity. When Fable and Anthropic got announced, the biggest issue with them was you cannot do any sort of cyber security related tasks on it. You cannot audit your security of any of your code base and stuff. You cannot, like, there were so many safeguards and guardrails over it, right? So but still, even if I am vibe coding my app, I want to make sure that my app is super safe, the data is super safe. It is you cannot prompt inject, you cannot like different like it is secured from vulnerability. So because of which Fable opened a world of opportunities for other models to build dedicatedly in this space. First, we heard from Google. They built a model which is dedicatedly for security. They just announced it with 3.6 Flash. And now Satya Nadella have announced it, something from Microsoft called Cyber One Flash, which is dedicatedly for cyber security. And that's how Fable has opened a world of opportunities for security models. And these companies will thrive unless the guardrails go down or something becomes more lenient from Anthropic's end, or even for GPT 5.6 sold, to be honest. right? Same thing happens there also. So all these models can actually work really well, and you'll use them to basically check the vulnerabilities in your code, or check, make sure that your code is secure. Market through project perception, a complete agentic security offering. Yeah, you see, they have compared it with Gemini 3.5 Flash Cyber. They just announced this. Google just announced this, and they are saying they are 95.96%. We have GPT 5.5 Cyber, GPT 5.66 Soul, and Mythos 5. They can compare it with this because they have that enterprise version on Mythos and everything, right? They are their customer, Anthropic's customer. But for us, this is not available. So we can go maybe to these. And right now, if this is at the top, people will go to this. Just give me a second, guys. I think all good. I just thought I just kind of sense some smoke somewhere, like felt some smoke. So I got scared for a minute. So I just went to the kitchen to check if everything was good or not. Yeah, now it's gone. I don't something from the outside. I hope my PC is fine. Looks so. Look into work by Camus and breakdown stance on what to do after establishing the absurd. Will not work. Healthy behavior. I'd recommend raising this with a licensed mental health professional. People are offended because Opus does not, or even Anthropic in general, have a lot of guardrails to make sure you are not doing anything, which can harm you as an individual or someone else as an. They are have put really strong guardrails, and people genuinely get offended by it when they ask certain questions. All of this is going on. Let's see. Let's see after this. Opus 5 is absolutely wild. I asked it to recreate my favorite, yeah, fake family. Yeah, they have announced it. Yeah, this is the launch video, guys. Ankit was mentioned. Connect our API to your robo. Our agents write code to achieve the task in 20 minutes. Oh, so this is a YC company from probably summer batch or the batch before that. Waddle Labs. Connect our API to your robo and enter a prompt. Then our agents write code to achieve the task in 20 minutes. Okay. So basically, if you have a robot and you say, I want to fold these clothes, it will write the code in the language that these robots understand and work it out. Nice. This guy creates post every single day. I appreciate this guy. Okay, this guy creates post every single day saying introducing shipper, and every day he mentions something or the other around that he killed one or the other tools or one or the other softwares. I absolutely appreciate him
rest of the business.
trying to market like this, because he creates these motion videos every single day, or I don't know if he's repurposing it, but yeah, he does that, and I can show it to you guys, by the way. I'm not just saying for the sake of. Okay, I'll show you. Yeah, introducing shipper 8 hours ago, right? And this is 16 hours ago introducing Sibao. Then introducing Claude for cloning. So this is how what his marketing tactic is around his platform. He has figured out this idea of people really engage with announcement posts. So he announce everything like he's introducing his software again, right? Whatever his that day he wants to announce particular feature of his app or whatever, he announce it as something as an introduction. And that's a great tactic. That's why I'm saying, like, I genuinely appreciate what he's doing. You see this again, introducing shipper, introducing shipper, clone any app. So he changed the bit of a words and then announce it. Again, here we killed Lovable today. So every single day he make these announcement posts. It's funny and weird at the same time. Introducing shipper. So every single day, I don't know why X does not flag it or something, because every day he's just doing the same thing. How funny is that? I don't know how many users his product have so far, but I think it's a not a bad marketing technique. I don't know what you guys think. What is Microsoft's Copilot? I don't know how they're naming it MAI. Xfield plus Cursor Composer 2.5 plus my custom landing page. Skills. Skills do, yeah. Does matter. GPT-6 is dropping soon. Rumor that Sam Altman is planning to visit Washington this week to preview the project. Capable of original scientific discovery, runs for extended periods without supervision. Powerful cyber capability. Yeah, I think that hugging face was a marketing gimmick only now, guys. What happened with hacking of hugging face? Because they want to release GPT-6. And as soon as they'll announce GPT-6, I am 100% sure Fable will announce Fable 5.1. Have it in writing. Within 1 week of GPT-6, we'll have Fable 5.1. How can Google still not be leading the AI race? Yeah, everybody has the same question asking me. Yeah, Nvidia is making substantial investment in SSI that will let us 10x our computing. Super intelligence. Super intelligence, we are far from it, but eventually we'll get it. These DB calls take a lot of time, guys. And this DB suite runs, right? I am aware. That's why I say I'm always aware of my code, which you should do. You should be as well. It takes like 8 to 10 minutes just to run one command around the whole database because there are so many tables, schemas, and it has to check everything. Pay and oh, yeah, cool. Moving on. By the way, how much it costs to run terminal bench with Kimi K3 versus Fable? It cost $552 and Kimi K3 $30. 11x cheaper. Wow. Do you see these stats, guys? That's how cheap it is. Do we have any updates from Rundown today? Yesterday we did not have any update. I like this blog. So, guys, if you are in the domain of AI and you want to stay updated with everything that is happening, at least if not everything, the important ones, you can check out this newsletter. It's called Rundown, and it's really good. I think like you can basically read this every other day they send it, and you can get quite updated on most of the things what's happening, like which actually really matters. Automate tasks with Claude's record a skill. This I know. So I'm not sure how many of you are aware. Claude just released a new skill where basically if you'll show Claude how you are doing a particular task and record your screen with it, Claude can automate it for you, right? For example, one of the examples I'll give you my own. Like for example, every single day I post these YouTube shorts, right? So once my live gets processed, I extract the transcript, then give it to my Claude. It makes the sheet for me, and then of course I copy paste and do everything. So if I'll show Claude once that you need to do task like this, it will actually go ahead, put take the transcript from there, put it in the Claude chat, and extract the details that it can do itself. So yeah, this is new thing that they have just launched. So yeah, I think we have discussed already all of these. That's great. They are a little late. Yeah, which reminds me, guys, let's post one more shots that we have from Friday stream. I think not even Saturday stream. Yeah, there is a prompt that fixes Opus 5 personality. If you guys don't mind, let's post that on all our social media channels that we do usually every day on the stream. You can find all of them from the description. If you don't have time to join the stream and you are busy, you can always go to any of my social media. You'll find most of the things that we are discussing. It will be a great help to you, more or less. That's what I try to do with these shots. This is the shot that where we are discussing about Opus 5 default personality is not great, which we have also seen. So you have to prompt and do the settings accordingly. This is what we are discussing. You will not enjoy or like Opus 5 right out of the box. This time I've particularly worked on hooks with AI, which you can also do when you're, planning the content with AI. I've particularly worked on like hooks how I want, and it has significantly made the hooks better and the reach as well along with. If you'll see, go to the Instagram page and you'll see the reach of last 5 6 reels as compared to the reels before. There is a huge difference. I'll show you. Give me a second. Let me just on YouTube also, then I'll show you. This is what I do. I just copy paste descriptions and all of that I have in my sheet, and that's all. My editor edits it as of now. I'm also looking to automate this as well with AI, but yeah, as of now, my editor is editing just to be give you a fair picture. From day 12, yes, today we complete 15 days of streaming, guys. I did not expect that. So thank you to each and every one of you who have been here today or at any point of time. But yeah, so if you'll see, right, our shots, since I've particularly worked on hooks, all these shots have good views like 1893, 1400, 1500, 1700, 2600, 27,000 views, 2000 views before that also. So now our views are significantly increasing as compared to before. And this is how easily I can just make content. We are growing as well. Today we did not even put an Instagram story, and we still have a few more new people on stream as well who wants to learn about AI, who wants to get into this. But yeah, this is what we are doing. Oh, sorry. This post. This looks good. Oral says, congrats. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. You have been, I think, the number one supporter of the channel in every single way. And I genuinely appreciate it. Like that matters to me the most at the moment. I don't think anything else matters to me. Like what you are doing for me. Oh, I'm not liking the bottom. What do you call it? Like the bottom bar. It looks too gimmicky. I love the rest of the thing. Colors amazing. Choice of this, like everything looks good. The hero element also looks good in the middle and all of that. The bottom bar looks a little gimmicky. Like I don't think for a production project I would like something like that would be my suggestion, my thoughts. That. And that's the best part, guys. You see Orville over here. He's the most active one in the chat, but he's constantly working as well parallelly. So that's what you all can do as well, right? Like we are discussing updates. You can always switch back onto the screen and everything, but work parallelly. you can fix this time to maybe study, work, or anything, because you are, of course, getting inputs from two ends. You are doing your own work plus you are learning something. So that's something that I would recommend to each and every one of you. No, the tab bar, I mean the bottom bar where you scroll on the bottom, right? Like at the bottom, whatever bar you have, that one I'm talking. Where you have this home section and 4 5 options. What a week Kimi K3 and Opus 5 launch. Yeah. K3 came last to last. Last. Yeah, last. We just launched Super Memory Company Brain.
Super
Yeah.
Memory Company Brain.
So this is also another competitor of Pulse, guys. Of course, I would like to be. And the how do we like this UI? They have this home DMs activity, not bad. And then they have one more. Interesting. You can think about it for sure. Yeah, man, looks sick. Looks absolutely sick. Kudos to you. Great work. Great job, man. I'm talking, yeah, just the that icons in the bottom. I'll still say they are not readable. I think you're using that glass uh, effect of iOS, right? But it looks sick. Can I show it on the stream? Let me know if I can show this on the stream. Huh? But yeah, it looks sick. Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. So we have consent. I'll show it to you guys what Orville is cooking, and it's absolutely crazy. Guys, look at this design. This is the app he is building, and he's just building the plugins and everything for this. How clean and nice this is. Just see and imagine a tech company or maybe a F&B company or anything looking at this design. How clean and amazing this. Absolutely great. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat if anyone else would like to. Peppers for you here in the shorts chat. What do you think, man? I love it. I think the only thing I'm not loving is this bottom design. This I feel can be a little better. Maybe I'm wrong. I This glass variation makes it looks less readable, basically, less visible. So not enjoying this. Even this color is not looking good with this icon. Over here, all this color and everything looks good, but here it's not looking good to me. Like more, I feel it can be more readable. So that is my only feedback on this. Rest, if I look at it, like I love it. Like for any brand who have like luxury segment, and if they're creating app, this can be a great design for them. Like they can showcase their products one by one over here. Over here a customer can have their some information around it. Yeah, it looks great. Definitely good work, man. Sure, I agree with your opinion. Thanks, man. Yeah, that's the only thing I would say. Rest, it looks mind blowing. Keep going, man. Right. Looking to connect with. Thank you. Oh, my pleasure, man. Always there to help. We do all this amazing security work with one of the best teams in the world, and people think we are unsafe. Because you just hacked into Hugging Face. That's why people think you are unsafe. Opus 5 and GPT 5.6. Yeah, this looks. What do you think, guys? What do you think out of these? This is GPT 5.6 and this is. I'll tell you what I think. Okay. This kid looks more real, but the physics looks better in this. Okay. This looks a little animated, a little. This looks more realistic if the prompt was similar. This looks more polished, basically polished as in like, if I'm in a movie or something, I'm watching a little towards animation side. This looks more real. The kid's face and everything, if I'll see, looks way more real. So that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think. But good comparison. Like the prompt was similar. A year ago, Y Combinator rejected me. I'll quit my job and go all in. I quit Microsoft and went all in Treasury to manage their money and feature daily. I just submitted my YCF 26, but from a completely different position. Today, I'm looking for partners. This guy is also building in public. Love to see make the fast growing startup on 10x Labs. Llama. Oh, Kimi K3 is now available on Llama's cloud. Nice. Guys, anybody who use Olama, they can try this. They'll get it for very cheap or something. And there is this one very weird news or rumor going on that Anthropic is leaking your chat. And that's not the case. I was reading on this. Basically, there is a option of shared chats in your like Claude. And if you enable that, only then it will share it on the Google, because that means you want to share it with the world. And then because it will share it with the world, it's just like a Google search. But if you're not enabling it, then it will never share it. So just make sure you're not sharing your chat, right? Like make sure of that. It has nothing to do with Claude. Claude is only taking your permission and then sharing it. So make sure you're not making any of your chats shared if you are talking personally. If let's say you are researching on Kimi K3 and you want the world to know what you have researched, you want to share it with the world, have it as shared chat. But if you're brainstorming an idea, you are writing something for yourself, you're writing for your clients, you're doing something else with AI, you don't want to share. So don't share. Just be mindful of what you're sharing. This is a rumor. Like a lot of people are putting it in the right way. Like this guy has put it in the right way because people are not aware of this option. But a lot of people are like, Anthropic is leaking your data, Anthropic is leaking your chats, they are not private anymore. That's not the case. They just do it for the clickbaits, which I absolutely hate. You can go to any of my shorts. I have posted over 100 shorts. You'll not find a single clickbait, a single click. 359, oh sorry, 133 shots I have posted, like reels. You will not find any clickbait because I don't believe in it. Why to clickbait, and that too by defaming someone else? Now, whoever, let's say, trust that creator or something, they're like, no, yeah, I should not buy Anthropic subscription. I should buy Open AI subscription because they are leaking my chats and data. No, but that's not the case. So be mindful of who you follow, guys. That's very important nowadays. So Opus 5 made this, and someone's design agency. Definitely, design agency I feel is better, but the difference is not a lot. Like I like how this has some gradient, this has more spacing, this has no spacing, this does not look good, the text does not look good. So of course the manual design agency did a way better job, but of course I think if you'll multi prompt it in a lot of times and kind of get into improving it, it will do the similar. Okay, item 9 complete. Okay, superb. So we have 9 items now completed. Now we have only 8 more items to go. Superb. Then we'll have our phase 1 backend completely. Also, it was indexed in Google. It's not indexed like that. Yeah, man, it was indexed in Google because it was shared chat. Now that's what I'm trying to say. M&A is going nuts right now for AI startup. What is M&A, guys? Marketing and trying to buy my company, solicited acquisition, probably merger and acquisition. Okay, merger and acquisition is going nuts right now for AI startups. Since Monday, 2 people have already emailed me trying to buy my company and solicited. Next timeline says the death of software and RIP good times. I think there are tons of buyers to scoop up AI native startups. Startups buying other startups jumps 18%. Private equity sitting. Oh, that's a good hope for us, guys. If AI startups are not dead. If you are good with Google Docs, you can find those. Claude should have mentioned no index in robot.txt. It's not a big deal that people are being crazy. Yeah, 100%. It's not a big deal because the way they are getting this information is wrong, right? Like that's what I'm saying. If someone explains it in the right way, what shared chats are and what your private chats are, just make sure you're not doing shared chats with Claude, then that is the right way. But if you're saying in starting, Anthropic is sharing your data with everyone, right? Anthropic is sharing your personal chats with everyone. That is the wrong way to present. That's what I'm just trying to say. Like you can find these chats, anybody can find these chats if they can know how to properly prompt on Google. Like I'm saying properly search on Google. But the point is they are shared chat intentionally. I dedicatedly checked when I got this news, like any of my chats were shared. And it said like none of our chats were shared, they're all private. You never shared any chat with the users. So definitely I think Anthropic's bad side was not to announce something like this or a feature like this, or they have this kind of a functionality. But creators and everybody needs to understand they need to not scare the people. This is the content that scare the audience, and that is something that is very bad for everyone, right? Like if I am consuming someone's content, I trust the person, it will scare me right then and there. Like literally it scared me for a moment because I also came it across through a reel or YouTube shorts, and I was like, oh shit, I planned so much with it, I give all my ideas to it, now everybody can see those ideas. So definitely it was a scary moment for me as well. Full National Geographic documentary. Flux 3 is insanely good. Flux 3 is by German lab, guys. We discussed it yesterday. Flux 3 is a new video gen model, image gen model by German lab. So German lab are jumping into this side of stuff because, of course, OpenAI closed their lab. Anthropic don't have this lab for videos. The only few ones we have is Google. We have Seed Dance. Now they are jumping in. That's good. Is the leading open weights model at 57 in the artificial intelligence. Yep, Kimi K3 right here, guys. We have only Soul, Fable, and Opus. Three models beating Kimi K3, and it's right there. And it's leading, of course, on open source front. I'm familiar. Now's the time. Here's the simple structure. Okay, so guys, we also need to film, which I will be doing after the stream actually. And this is the structure that they're suggesting. Intro plus relevant experience to your domain, short description of the company, the problem, your solution, tracing and traction and closing. Okay, superb. That's a good one. I'll save this up. I'll try to make my script like this. Is this guy already at YC? So that will validate it even more or not. He is in San Francisco for sure. I've spoken to over 100 founders past 2 weeks. You can't. Most of the accepted founders I talked to applied in 2 hours or on a whim. Okay, insight, ability to execute, and confidence. Good insights for us, guys. Whoever this guy is, at least now when I'll write my scripts, I can use this particular format to write the script. Last time also I used somewhere this format only because this is pretty standard format for YC. But I think now I'll use it with Fable 5 and write even a better script for Synclify, which I will then change it according to what I feel and then create my YC application. We have only 7 hours before the deadline to finish my YC application. Uh, right, it's expired doing now, but I archived in a Wayback Machine. Oh, what was it? Google Doc, Google SEO understanding. Oh, three typical types of users on Google search engine: Mr. Searcher, developer, and hacker. Nice, man. Nice. You used to write blogs also. Wow, that's crazy. There are two GTM playbooks for AI companies selling into the enterprise. Win a few marquee customers, build social proof, reassure the buyer who's afraid of making the call. Exactly, guys. So right now, Pulse is a B2B, right? We are selling into enterprise, or you can call it SMBs or whatever. We are at this stage, few marquee customers. Once this happens, we will be building social proof and reassure the buyers, so to make sure that they are betting on the right thing. It's a great article. I think I'm gonna read it later maybe to understand it better. But this is really okay. So somebody posted their YC videos, guys. Shall we watch it on stream? Let's do that because it's a public now. Feel free to roast. Framed voices. What is it? Well, let's look at this startup first. Then let's look at his video. A photo captures how they looked. We capture how they spoke. We interview school children on camera alongside their portraits, scan their batch to instantly replay their voice, dreams, and expressions years later. Timeless memories preserved forever. Oh, okay. So they are preserving memories basically. That's what their startup is. The UI looks nice, catchy for sure, especially for a startup who is into uh, photography. That's the kind of vibe they've given. What do you guys think? I think it looks nice. I just don't like the websites which have top scroll bar and you scroll and you go here. I want different pages. If it's your homepage, just keep everything as homepage. But they are saying it's under development, so let's not blame anyone, guys. All right, like they'll make it good. It was just my personal opinion. Okay, so let's look at his video.
Earnest only. Hi YC, this is Himanshu Tiwari and I'm the founder of framevoices.com. As I was going through the YC form, I saw the founders video example of the startups that are a decade old now. Those videos of founders are such a gold mine of memories for them. They can just go back and see how they were at that time. I hope after 10 years when I look back and see this video, I can get a glimpse of how was I when I was 24. My way of talking, my speech, my voice, my actions, my expressions, my thoughts, the clarity of thoughts, the confidence that I had at that time. And that is exactly what I'm trying to do at framevoices.com for school and college going kids. For schools, they give this as a memory, but a picture cannot tell you exactly all about a kid of what their voice was, their actions, their thoughts, their ambitions, their goals, their confidence, because a video tells you 1,000 times more about a person than a picture ever could. I was 16 when I started my first venture of a matrimonial photography, and it has been 8 years since I have been running it, and so far I have done 300 plus weddings. So, literally, I know what a memory is and what value it holds in a person's life. So, whoever you are, listen very closely. Preserve your memories. And for your kids, don't worry. I'm coming to preserve their memories for them. This is Himanshu Tiwari, and I'm the founder of framevoices.com.
Guys, I have a question. Okay, I heard his pitch. Pitch was good. He explained the problem, solution, everything. But isn't it just Instagram? Like if I want to know how I sound like 10 years later, if I want to know how I used to sound in 2026, I can just go to my Instagram or to my YouTube channel now and I can just hear it, right? Like how is it different? Of course, what he's saying is he's going to target school and college going kids. College going kids, everybody has Instagram. School going kids, now parents make videos and stuff, right? Parents can make videos for their kids and everything. I'm no one to like what do we call it, disqualify his idea or anything, but we are just talking here. We're just taking an opinion. Maybe he doesn't like Synclify idea. He's like, why are you even building this Instagram have insights, right? So everybody is entitled to their own opinions. But when I am looking at it, I'm just thinking from this perspective that isn't it just Instagram? Shall we comment this? Like, let's comment, right? Love the pitch, man. One thing I want to understand, isn't it just Instagram or any video platform where I can store, where I can look back after 10 years 144 to 147, 3 to go. Yay! Only 3 more to go, guys. If you are new here, please feel free to like the stream. Please feel free to subscribe. Totally up to you. If you feel you are getting value, only then do that. If you feel it is of no value to you, no point, guys, subscribing. You can still like the stream. No point subscribing because I want to build a strong community which can give value to me and I can give value to them. So if you feel at any point of time during the stream, before stream, any of my content has bring you any sort of value, please consider liking and please consider subscribing to the channel. We are very, very small, but each support with each of your support only will grow to the next. Love the pitch, man. One thing I want to understand, isn't it just Instagram or any video platform where I can look back after 10 years? Yeah, I genuinely want to understand, man. I hope he replies to us, guys. If he does, I'll keep you guys posted. Because that's what I think, right? Anybody else agrees to me, or am I just not thinking in the right way, guys? We all know the undo send button for those accidental overzealous emails. But did you know you can customize how long it stays on the screen? Oh, I didn't know that, guys. Did you know that you can customize the time duration of the undo button of the email? You know, right? Like if you have sent an email and you're like, oh shit, I forgot to write something, or I sent it on the wrong email or something. There is a undo button on the left corner of your screen. I just got to know that you can set a timer for how long you want it to be. And you have options up to 30 seconds. Wow, I had no idea I can do that. I don't even know how much, what's the timer currently for me. It's default, whatever it is. Oh, someone has kind of given the whole journey from GPT-2 to Kimi K3 from 2019 to 2026. You guys know the first chat GPT got launched in 2022, but GPT-3 was completely trained and stuff by 2020 or 2021 early. Like that's how, like, and OpenAI was formed in 2015, right? So they took 5 years, 7 years to launch their first product, but they were doing so much work in the backend. Yeah, you see, it's running the database suite again. That's why again it's taking so much time. This database suite takes so much time. I can't even stop it because it's checking most of the important things. That everything is working with properly with database on prompting expression. Our super memory company, super employee with all knowledge of a company lives in your Slack. Let me look into it. Pulse also have this feature, guys. By the way, I'm not just for the sake. It has. You can use Pulse inside Slack, just like how you can see. Do you watch Mark Luo? Not sure, man. Maybe might have stumbled across something that he has done, but I don't know. Oh yeah, I think I've stumbled across his videos for sure. I have one or the other time in recent days only. I made a game where you have to ship an app in 30 days. I made my SaaS ready for AI agents. I documented my SaaS journey. Nice. Good content. Very valid content. I'll subscribe to it. I'll watch it for sure. Do it live as well. 1 year ago. Okay. Learn to code in 3 hours, not three. Nice. Thank you, man. Thank you for the recommendation. That I got it. Cool. I'll watch his content after the stream today. Great recommendation. A daily feed for builders. 6 months ago, I launched Trace on product and got one. And I listened to everyone side up instead of following the strongest. Trace became a generic news app. Nobody used it. So this time I rebuilt it around the people who were paying. Conversation briefing and news tailored to their profile.
If you're trying to build something that caters pretty much everybody in the market, you're not gonna get any product managers or people who were not in tech. Just
Quite a long demo, I think, but otherwise Good idea. Building pie in a world of slop. Uh, this AI slop is going to have a big future, guys. If any of you is are building in the domain of AI slop, you should keep building and build something strong. Because this AI slop, like reducing it, removing it, making better websites, content, everything. If you can somehow reduce AI slop through any of the skills and everything, or mix of skills that you can find, and whatever you want to do, or tool or something, it will have huge scope. So definitely, I would suggest everyone whoever is building in this domain should keep building because you will have a lot of uh, customers eventually. Because I'll tell you how and why I'm saying. I'll give you a live example. Over the time, how AI development has evolved, right? The first thing that we got irritated with was M dash. So somebody learned to remove M dash. That's how it started. Then second thing people started understanding was your purple gradient and violet gradient. Then that got removed. Then next thing was technicalities in language. That got removed. Now the gradient side of things, and the bars and all those design elements that comes, the hero element and all of that AI particularly gives, that is now the stage where we are at, and eventually people will move on from that too. So you see how the designing and AI is evolving, and everything is becoming slop which we are leaving behind. So it will constantly improve. So if you can build something that will constantly improve, upskill itself automatically, and then make your projects better, I think that is the deal to go. I think you can definitely think something on it and kind of build around it. Guys, yeah. So that's what I would suggest. Mark motivated a lot of people. He showed his ups and downs while building. Yeah, man. I think that's my focus as well, to be honest. I think regardless of it, right? I want to show my ups and downs, show my journey online, and that's why I'm doing this. Because I know how hard it is to become an entrepreneur, and especially now, right? Because where execution and building is very easy, ideas are plenty, but still if you want to stand out, you have to do something very unique. And that's what it is. Like, people should connect with your journey, people should connect with what you're trying to achieve, and eventually they will become your customers. Because if they'll believe, they'll also give you feedback, like just how you are doing. And with your feedback, you improve that product, and eventually you make them or people around your customer. So it definitely is a great thing that he did, and that's what me or anyone else also, I feel, who is building in this domain probably would want. Okay. Superb. So 8 are remaining: voice profile, comment intelligence, competitor tone traction, intelligent dashboard modules, content intelligence, strategy report, recommendation. Superb. All right. So let's finish these 8 as well. Make sure we are finishing them end to end 100% and not leaving incomplete in any way. And then re verify also all the 11 that we have done. And also try to make it a little faster. I feel some of the commands are still taking a lot of time. So if we can make them a little faster, of course, without compromising on the quality of code or the quality of work, then we ideally should. I've just prompted it to make things a little faster because it's taking a lot of time. But yeah, cool, guys. I think that's pretty much it for today. We have been streaming for over 3 hours. Okay, I don't to know only. But as always, love doing this, love streaming. I absolutely love talking to you guys here. Whoever is taking out time to be on the stream for even 30 seconds, 10 seconds, leave a like, leave a comment, means a lot. We are a very small community growing slowly. So please consider dropping a like or a sub to the channel if it brings out some value to you. But regardless, we have been streaming for the last 4 days continuously. I might take a break tomorrow or not, depending on how I feel. But the content will keep coming, the shots will keep coming. You'll get a lot of ideas, you'll get a lot of inputs from there. And today we looked forward and developed Synclify forward. This is the new Synclify, which again we have lots of work to do. It's nowhere close to the vision that I have. We have to fill YC application that I'm going to do just right after I finish the stream off. So I have a long night today because I want to fill up the YC application with Synclify, and that's what the plan is. And I'll recommend you as well, any of you who's building or doing something, regardless of you getting rejected or whatever, fill up the YC application. It's the first step towards doing something real, getting out of the shell and actually present something to the world. So definitely I would suggest you to do that. I am doing that myself as well right after the call. You just need to do like, now AI can write up the whole application, you just need to tweak it as per your own tone. So don't worry about it. But yeah, with that, thank you so much for joining in. As always, I'm glad to be here, glad to have you all here. I look forward to our next chat. Orville says, I hope your SaaS idea gets shortlisted. Thank you so much, man. If it does, I'll definitely, thank you as the first person. But thank you everyone for joining in on today's stream. I'll see you probably tomorrow or very, very soon.